The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Tuesday. 0344 499 1000. Good evening. The Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee. You are?
Catherine Boyle.
And that's the way it works. We sit here every Monday to Friday between 10 and 1 o'clock, and we will just talk about stuff that we found in the papers, stuff that may have happened to us today, just stuff, random thoughts. And you are welcome to call in about whatever we talk about or anything that you want to talk about. I don't really... What I'm trying to say is I haven't got a vibe yet. Haven't got a vibe for tonight's show. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call about absolutely anything you want. Here's the thing. If you just want to tell them that we're cool today and, thanks but no thanks, that would be great, Amy. Thank you very much indeed. Here's the thing that I'm really after, okay? We talked about them yesterday, and I've been thinking a lot about them, and I want to go and meet some I want to go and meet an adult baby.
Right.
I want to go and meet an adult baby, not because I agree with not because I want to get involved with their lives. I don't agree or disagree. Not because I want to get involved in their lifestyle, but I think it would be interesting to sit in on an adult baby session. So this is like adult. I'm guessing it's like 99.9% men. I can't imagine a woman being that big. I can't imagine a woman being the one in the nappy.
Right.
But so it's generally a guy that wears a nappy and sucks on a dummy and sucks on mummy's boobie and drinks milk and poos in their nappy, and then a lady changes that. I kind of want to sit in. You
want to be like the Ofsted inspector for their particular nursery?
Yes, I do. Outstanding. I want to. So here's the thing. I don't know. And I'm not. People were suggesting, why don't you register? On these fetish websites. I ain't going there. Maybe I'll have to go there. Maybe you could register there, Catherine.
Okay.
Just for safety's sake, just in case I suddenly get sucked in. But if there must be. We have a great, diverse listenership of people. We got a load of freaks listening, is what I'm trying to say in a polite way, and there is no polite way of saying it. So there must be someone. I mean, there could even be someone out there now defecating in a nappy. Someone over the age of like 35 defecating in a nappy while a lady, changes it for them. I don't know. So if anyone's got any suggestions, and this will be handled sensitively, this isn't, we're not going to go in and have a right. I genuinely want to go and see what goes on. Or even if, you don't want to invite us into your session, I would understand that. Then it would be nice to have a chat with you, have an interview with you. So if there is anybody out there who can put us in touch with adult babies, 0344 499 1000. 0344 499 1000. Catherine, what's your email address in case they want to be a little bit more discreet?
Okay,
don't send any pictures.
That's fine. Catherine, Katherine.
Yep.
Boyle, Boyle,
yep.
at talkradio.co.uk.
So if you can help with that, we've got doing a little bit of housework at the start of the show. So let's carry on with the housework. We've got a guest coming in on Friday for the first half hour of the show, CJ from the Eggheads, who was formerly an egghead. And he's in touch. He's coming in because I think was it I forgot, was it Carey or Casey? So, sorry, I forgot. I think it was Carey who tweets from time to time, kind of atted me in a tweet that CJ had been tweeting. You'll remember if you've seen Eggheads a few years ago, you'll recognise him. CJ had been tweeting that he's got a story to tell. He feels, and I'm paraphrasing slightly. So if you're listening, CJ, I apologise. And when you come in Friday, you can put me straight. He feels that he has been let down by the BBC and also the legal system and also the press, okay, and that he has issues with how he has been treated, and he was saying no one would touch his story because no one wants to contradict the BBC. Well, let me tell you, dear listener, there's nobody who likes contradicting the BBC more than me because they shafted me too. So, I like the BBC, but they shafted me. So I'm quite happy to chat. So I tweeted him, and I'd interviewed him years ago on Radio 4 on Loose Ends, and I tweeted him and said, CJ, do you know what, I did a bit of reading first. I did a little bit of reading before I made the offer. I went and did a little Google and a little search, and I found out a few things, and it's a pretty tragic story. It's a pretty tragic story, and there's kind of a myth floating around that I'd bought into. I'd bought into this myth about something he supposedly said in his autobiography about killing a man, and Mandela effect or press propaganda, you decide. But I'd bought this thing that he'd kind of sort of half admitted to killing a man in his autobiography. And then he tweeted a picture of the page from his autobiography, and he doesn't actually say that. It's a little bit more nuanced. It was significantly more nuanced than that. Anyway, so I did some reading. I thought, yeah, okay, this is an interesting story. I can see how this guy is might have reason to believe he's been mistreated by people. So I sent him a tweet. I said, CJ, I'd love to invite you on, man. And we've been emailing each other. And he remembers meeting me twice, once on Loose Ends and once at some do, and I don't remember the do. I will pick his brains on Friday and find out what it is. So he's coming in, he's listening. Oh no, is that ours? That might be a different CJ. Anyway, so he's going to come in on Friday, and I'm really, really keen. It's an incredible story of press kind of misinterpretation of something. Accused of sexual assault as well, let down, dropped by the BBC as soon as there was any sniff of a scandal. And when it was proven that there was no scandal, BBC still didn't want anything to do with him, which I think, I can understand the former, but the latter's pretty lousy. So I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be interesting at the very least. So that I think that's all of the housework that we need to do. So onwards with tonight's show, please, dear listener. 0344 499 1000. I tell you what I'm doing. I tell you what's weird tonight, right? Is I'm trying to. Some nights it's easy. You just come in, boom, 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 and you do it, and the stuff, the words fall out of your mouth, and you're in, and you're on a roll. And tonight, I just, I've had a terrible headache again today. It may have been a caffeine thing, but I've been getting headaches a lot recently. Probably stress. Today, I think it may have been a combination of stress and caffeine. So I've had this headache, and it's just not quite clear now. They're just trying to build up a vibe. Do you know what I mean, Catherine?
I do know what you mean.
And because this show is unlike, Eamon's show, Eamon's show notes are over there, and it's kind of... I mean, we can go through Amy's show notes. It's very, very precise. 4 o'clock. Gosh, there's script as well. 4 o'clock, I'm Eamon Holmes, and welcome to Thursday's Drive Time show. This is Tuesday, I should say. Tuesday's Drive Time show on Talk Radio. Here's your news headlines with Kate Borsay. 4 o'clock, the news. 4:03, break, adverts. 4:05, Talk Up Show. 4:08, stab. 4:08, Brexit update. Cookstown Crush latest. 4:20, break, adverts. 4:20... Sainsbury's and Asda. It's very, very...
Okay, let's find our show notes.
It's very, very...
Oh, hang on. Oh.
Yeah, theirs is a very structured show, and this isn't, right? And sometimes, sometimes the show would work better if it were a bit more structured, because tonight we could go, well, okay, coming up we haven't got anything.
But define better.
Well...
just noisier.
I mean, tonight is going to be... I suspect tonight, until we get into our groove, we will get into the groove. I can feel it coming. Tonight's going to be a lot of flapping around, I think, trying to find something like a fish pulled out of the sea and just left on the deck of a boat, just flapping around. That's what tonight's show is going to be like.
Very poetic.
Don't bite your nails.
Oh, my nails are all like pinging off. I don't know whether I've got some sort of... I don't know.
So that's going to be the show tonight. If your nails are sort of like pinging off, 0344...
They get to a certain length and then all of a sudden they just start... Bing, bing.
I had a good old cut of my nails today because I've been picking them and that's not good and I let them grow. Anyway, this is probably as good as it's going to get. So if you're a casual listener, switch off, come back tomorrow. If you're not, stay tuned. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Some good news. This is really good news. This is, we like to highlight injustice on this show, and if people are being done wrong, then we like to point out they're being done wrong. Do you remember last week we talked about a romantic couple, they just met on a National Express coach.
Oh, yeah.
And they got tossed off for tossing each other off, mate. They had sex. This couple just met on a National Express coach, and they just started having it off.
Outraging public decency.
On the coach, and they did get tossed off. Good news, guys. A couple accused of having a wild romp. That escalated quickly. On a National Express coach will not face charges. A woman, 32, of Barnstable, and a man, 29, of Bristol, were arrested after allegedly having sex as the crowded service was on the M5 in Devon. A very romantic place.
Oh, my goodness.
Very romantic. It's thought they met for the first time on the trip from Manchester to Exeter. Police claim CCTV evidence is inconclusive.
They can't see.
Away with it. They must have had a blanket over them.
Wow.
They cannot see. They have gotten away with it. Well done. Absolute players. Gotta respect that.
I charge them with being too damn sexy.
Yeah, you have got to respect that.
And that's one in the eye for the haters.
I don't know if they did that. You often hear of... here's the thing. You often hear of the Mile High Club, which is when you have sex on an aeroplane.
Yeah, it's quite... I imagine that's quite squash.
I get very... I don't like flying. I get very motion sick. I have to focus on the film that's in front of me or musical doze. I used to be able to, and I can't do this anymore. If I was really tired before a flight, which I often would be, I used to be able to do a little trick, and I don't know how I did it. As the plane took off, I used to be able to knock myself out. Yeah, I used to be able to fall asleep as the plane took off. I would somehow allow the changing cabin pressure and altitude to just knock me out, and I'd fall asleep.
Gosh.
It was a great trick. It was a great trick. I told you about when I was coming back from Pakistan. I've been there for 3 months. You could buy Valium in the chemist. So I went and bought some Valium on the last day because I thought it's going to be a crappy flight. I just want to sleep through the flight. And the whole 3 months, I was the only one on the crew that didn't have bum issues. Because I washed my hands.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I genuinely appreciate that. And the night before we left, I took a Valium just to see what they were like. They were great. They were great. But I had bum issues that night. And I woke up and I had soiled the bed.
What, badly or just a little bit?
Not badly. It was like skidders.
Oh, dear.
There wasn't like not badly, but bad, badly enough.
I mean, yeah.
It was a bit of a mess. And
it's not polite, is it?
No. And then I thought, my stomach's... We left the hotel. It was the day we were leaving, thank God, the embarrassment. And as we were waiting on the bus to go to the airport, the manager strode out to the bus. I was thinking, oh, God, no. But he was just getting people who hadn't paid their phone bills, not people who'd shat the bed. And then we got to the plane, and I felt better. So I thought, I'm going to take a Valium and knock myself out for this flight.
Isn't that dangerous if you've got a runny bum?
No, it was fine. The bum was fine. And then it's like time travel, right, if you do that. But then, just as I started to fall asleep, I felt the stirrings again.
Oh, no.
And so I couldn't allow so then I don't know how long the flight is. I think it's like 9 hours, 10 hours. 10-hour flight from Pakistan, fighting a Valium and clenching my buttocks. Couldn't fall asleep because I would have pooed myself on the plane. Oof. And I couldn't let one rip because I would have pooed myself on the plane. And so I was like, it was awful. It was awful.
But I bet your glutes were rock hard by the time you got there.
Boy, oh boy, you should have seen my 24-year-old ass. Hello? 0344 499 1000 is the phone number that Alex has dialed to be on the show tonight. Good evening, Alex.
Hi.
Do you want to speak to Iain? Are you not sure? Okay, he's not sure. He's not made his mind up. Okay, maybe he'll make.
Was that a double hang up? That's quite impressive.
Make his mind up. I think it's going to be one of those shows tonight. I think it's going to be one of those shows. But I don't like flying. I'm much better at it. The last 2 years, actually, I've got significantly better. I don't like the landing because my ears. I damaged my ears, I think, when I was a kid, and my ears really, really painful. But I can kind of do other stuff, which is handy when I take when I go with the kids, because before I wouldn't have even been able to talk to the kids or look at them. You've just got to look for it. It's fine. So I can kind of deal with the kids and handle the kids and talk and play with them. But the thought of having it away on an aeroplane. It's just now. We'll ask you in a second, because I know that you part of what gets you going is the thrill of possibly being caught.
That is not true.
We'll come to that in that perversion in a second. But the thought of doing it on an aeroplane just doesn't fill me. I suppose it's when the lights go down and everyone's asleep. There is that weird thing on a long haul flight when you wake up or you can't sleep and you're watching a movie and you get up and everyone is asleep, and plane just smells farty. And, it's weird. It's a weird time to be alive. Have you ever done it on a plane?
No.
What? Well, don't say it like that. You've done it outside 6 times.
I haven't done it outside 6 times.
5 times.
Were you counting?
You told me last week.
I've said I've not done it more than 5 times.
You said you'd done it less than 6.
Time ago.
I'm not judging you. Listen, I've done worse than doing it outside. Trust me.
All right. Yeah,
Trust
but we
me.
always focus on mine.
You can focus on mine if you want. Well, most people know my stuff.
No, I've never done it on any forms of transport. No, transport is not my thing. Neither have I been an adult baby, or a dominatrix, or a sub.
Wow.
Or one of them furries.
You've learnt all this from Brazzers, have you? This is what you've learnt. All the terminology.
Different headings, aren't they?
I don't know. Here's the thing, right? My sex life is certainly screwed up, right? And I've confessed some of it on here. My sex life is screwed up. I think more people have got kinks, if you want to call them that in a little shorthand, than have not. I think more people are screwed up than...
Oh, I mean, is it necessarily screwed up?
Well, no. Everyone's got their own little thing that kind of floats their boat, that people might turn their nose up. I mean, do you remember this guy?
I'm David Babcock, and I got my willy stuck in a Hoover.
How can I forget?
David joins us on the line now. Good evening, David.
Have you ever got to get rid of that clip? Because I'll have you.
I like mine quite hard, and then I like to put it all in my mouth at once.
David joined me for a late-night chit-chat club the other day.
Did he?
Or he joined me for one of the chit-chat clubs.
Had he finished the spring cleaning?
Well, I said I got a new we filmed them in my bedroom, streamed live on Periscope in my bedroom, and I said, I've got a sex toy for you, and I showed him a dust devil. He couldn't believe his luck. Could hear him flapping away from there.
No.
Hello?
Don't laugh, Kathleen. You don't lower yourself to his level.
Or your level, which is about crotch level. David, it's great to hear from you tonight, and I say that only because we haven't got any other callers. Yeah. So, what would you like to bring to the table?
Well, as I explained recently, that for the past 3.5 months I've been working in a hennery.
Yes, in a what? In a hennery? You've been
not again, David.
You've been doing it what in a hennery?
With a henry, we know about that.
I've been working in a battery farm.
Oh.
Okay.
Right. And I was talking to my friend Timothy Sherlock yesterday, and I was going through my daily rituals at work, and he seemed to think that one aspect of it is quite weird, and I just wondered if you'd like to share it with you.
Yes, please, let's do. You've been working in a henry? I think he said working. Okay.
Right. Henry
the 8th.
Henry Hoover.
Henry the 8th I am.
Like a cattery, but with hens.
Okay. Right. Your stomach's gurgling, so let's get on with this.
Sometimes the chicken laying an egg, and the egg can get, is what we call it, well, it's not a scientific name, but it's when the chicken's got quite a tight egg hole. The egg gets lodged in the egg hole. And I was telling Timothy Sherlock that you can't merely go in there with your fingers and grab it out.
No, buy her a drink first.
Yeah.
Because you might smash the egg.
Ah.
Can you not get, those little bows and arrows that kids get with the sucker, and you get it stuck on your forehead? Could you not fire one of those onto the egg with a bit of string and then you yank it off?
Well, you do more of a biological version of that. And the technique that we use is you actually use your mouth.
Oh. Come on now, Dave.
And you have to suck the egg out of the hole.
No, you don't have to.
I mean, what you have to do, you clamp round it. Right? It can be quite pressured sometimes. You clamp round it with your lips. And when you've got enough pressure, you kind of suck. And when the pressure is right, you clasp it and you pull it out. And sometimes things follow out. I just thought I'd share that with you.
Oh, I'm going right off eggs.
I'm David Babcock, and I know what you're doing.
Can you turn the noises down in the background a bit, David?
There's not a chicken or a Hoover present, actually, so don't start with that. I'm not sucking chicken eggs that way.
He said sucking. He said sucking.
I said suck. I don't suck.
Sucking. He said sucking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't suck chicken eggs out the door.
Right. Okay. Thank. He said definitely said suck. Thank you so much for your call, David. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
03444991000. I watched the first 2 episodes of Alan Partridge today. I've kind of been put off it. Well, because everyone's been saying it's rubbish.
I didn't. I said it was all right.
You said it was all right. And then I saw the clip that was going around today of the Irish Alan lookalike, and that made me laugh. So we sat and watched the first 2 episodes. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was different from the other stuff he's done. But I thought it was brilliant. I thought the first episode was better than the second one. But it made me laugh a lot. I was laughing a lot, wasn't I? Mm-hmm. You know me, I'm a miserable git. I don't laugh at stuff. And I don't quite understand. It's only funnier than blooming that Afterbirth. What was that, Ricky Gervais? What is it?
Afterbirth.
Afterlife. Afterburner. Afterlife. It made me laugh a lot. I thought it was brilliant. I mean, I love Alan Partridge. I got, I've done those kind of crappy live TV shows, and I got a lot of the off-air stuff. I've done stuff like that. I get it. So maybe that's why I found it a bit funnier than everyone else seems to be. But I thought it was brilliant. No, it's not the best thing he's ever done. I wouldn't go that far. But I thought anything with Alan in is worth watching, I think.
Yeah, he's not disgraced himself. Some people are saying that it was a massive letdown. I don't understand that.
I think part of the reason is it hasn't got a laugh track.
Did the other have a laugh track?
Well, they had an audience for all the other ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, the sitcoms. The sitcoms had an audience, so there was a laugh track. And Knowing Me, Knowing You, the first chat show, that was done in front of an audience, I think, wasn't it? That was in front of an audience, so that had laugh. So I think maybe the lack of the laughter is confusing people a little bit. I thought it was funny. I thought it was deliciously uncomfortable. I thought he was a massive knob, which is everything you want from Alan Partridge. Yeah. So I dug it, guys. I don't know what the hell is going on with everybody else, but I dug it. 0344 499 1000. What have you got, Catherine Boyle?
104, right? Imagine getting to 104.
Oh, God, no thanks.
And suddenly people start saying, listen, Gran, what is it you'd really like to do that you haven't done already in your 104 years?
Yeah.
Care home resident Anne Brokenback dreams of being nicked, and police are set to oblige.
Oh, they're going to batter her.
Anne. They're not going to batter her.
They're going to handcuff her and get their truncheons out and batter her.
Well, let's find out what it says in the UR Daily Star.
OK.
In a Bristol care home, residents were invited to post notes describing their secret lifelong wishes. I mean, that could be a can of worms, couldn't it?
Yeah, I want an orgy.
I want to be an adult baby.
With loads of old people.
Describing their secret lifelong wishes to a washing line, which is displayed in a nearby Co-op supermarket. I repeat my point.
That's a bit weird.
Most of the residents' requests are pleasant, understandable desires. Riding in a Rolls-Royce, visiting a motorcycle club.
Rolls-Royces are very uncomfortable.
A hand massage. Oh, a hand massage and a chat.
A hand massage?
Yeah, I thought it meant like a hand massage. No, it means like a massage of the hand.
Boring.
Well, and a chat and a cuddle with a poodle. Who wrote that?
A cuddle with a poodle! Dirty bugger!
Retired Secretary Anne Brokenbrow is cut from a very different cloth.
Yeah.
Anne's read, my wish is, ... to be arrested. I'm 104 and I've never been on the wrong side of the law.
I killed someone when I was 52.
Anne's wish was among the first to be pegged onto the line in the Co-op in Bishopston in Bristol.
Here we go.
The idea of the scheme is that shoppers will stop to look at the wishes, and if they think they can grant them, then they can contact the elderly person behind it.
Okay.
Local policing teams in Stoke Bishop were very happy to grant Mrs. Brokenbrow's wish.
Why don't they go and get some criminals and rapists and terrorists? Maybe she is, we just don't know.
And she's due to be taken into custody for the first time ever next week. Mrs. Brokenbrow is a resident at Stokely Care Home in Stoke Bishop, Bristol. The home is one of 5 in the north of the city that's participating in the Wishing Washing Line initiative run by elderly people's charity Alive Activities.
I see why they've done that. This is good, but the name's a little bit...
The Wishing Washing Line project launched in Bristol on March the 1st, having already helped thousands of elderly people in Essex.
Helped?
Well, I mean, helping them to live
out
their dream.
Helping them to have a little bit of fun before they die.
Yeah.
Come on, Catherine, you can't begrudge them that.
I think I've seen something in here about, like, one woman asking for a stripper and stuff.
Does anybody... We were talking about this earlier on. Does anybody actually use a washing line anymore? Let's start with just the line, first of all, because bizarrely in my garage there's an extendable washing line I discovered. So does anybody actually have... I can't remember the last time I saw a straight washing line in someone's back garden. So does anyone use those? But then, moving on, does anyone use the rotary?
I've got one, but it's just like rusting in the corner of my garden.
Does it spin anymore?
I haven't had it out for ages because I've got a dryer.
Oh, right, well, there you go. I don't like dryers. They shrink clothes. They do, actually.
Yours does.
I haven't got a dryer.
You've got a washer-dryer?
No, I haven't. It's just a washer.
Oh, that's it?
Maybe... No, it's just a washer.
It's a washer-dryer?
No.
Because a washer-dryer's a pony, but I've got a dryer in my garage. It's beautiful.
In my garage, there is a folded up... Oh, this is a dull show. There is a folded up rotary clothesline thing. But I've not yet found the hole that it goes into. There's got to be a hole somewhere. Hey, why don't you tell the boys and girls what you found at the end of my garden?
A grave.
There's a grave in my garden. That is messed up, and you wouldn't let me dig it up.
No.
It's my property.
You might end up getting haunted, but I mean, I'm assuming a dog or a hamster.
There is a grave at the end of my garden. I forgot to show the boys that.
A rudimentary cross.
Yeah, man, that is messed up. That could be anything. Let me dig it up. Let's dig it up.
I'm not digging it up.
Okay.
I'm not messing with that stuff.
Okay. Next week, come around next week. One day next week, me and Catherine are going to live stream me digging up a grave.
Oh, no, don't.
In my garden.
What if it's a fresh one?
Well, then we got a murder case. We got a murder case.
I don't think generally when people murder they tend to make a little headstone and stuff.
Feel guilty. People, trust me. I know about this, and I cannot go into any more detail. But when people kill someone, when they murder, when it's a deliberate murder, they do strange things.
That is a thing, though. I do wonder about that. If you have a loved pet in a family home and the pet goes in the garden, what happens when you move? It's not fair leaving it behind, is it?
No, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, because someone's going to dig that border at some point.
I'm not burying Velvet. As you know, I'm getting her stuffed.
Oh, God.
I'm genuinely going to get her stuffed.
Don't.
Yes, man, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. I'm not going to tell you she's dead. And you're going to come around and she'll be curled up in her basket and I'll get you to go and wake her up. And she won't, because she'll be stuffed.
You're horrible.
No, I'm not. Why am I horrible?
I will know if she's dead, because she'll be fatter. That cat is so skinny.
She's skinny and she's getting skinnier.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to her. She can't, in all fairness, her thyroid has gone. But she can't get much skinnier and survive. There's nothing of her. Poor little baby.
No.
But as long as she makes it to her 20th birthday.
What she lacks in flab, she makes up for in noise.
There you go.
That cat, honestly.
Did you finish that story?
Yes.
Then we'll take a break, then we'll speak to Simon and we'll try Alex again. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Mike says the Alan Partridge sitcoms did not have a laugh track. Fact. Get your facts straight, mate. I don't know if you heard what I said. They had a live audience and that... Oh, Mike, I'm sorry. You think that they just record the live audience and don't sweeten it, don't move it around, don't boost the laughter a bit. They just play out the laughter as it happens. Oh, Mike, you're so naive. Get your facts straight, mate.
I've sat in a live audience, and before you start, they try and get you to laugh as loudly as possible, just so they can check the levels, and also add it in when it's not got quite as loud a laugh as it deserves.
And here's the technical term for it. A laugh track. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let's try Alex in Spain. Good evening, Alex. OK, we'll go to Alex in a minute. Good evening, Simon.
Good evening, you two.
Hey.
A couple of things for you. A friend of mine moved into a council house, or exchanged into a council house. 3 graves in the back garden, all with headstones for the dogs that were there previously.
3 graves in a garden. Did they dig them up?
No, it's difficult to know what to do, really. Isn't
No,
it?
it's not. Dig them up.
What are you going to do? Bin them?
I bet there's treasure in there as well. No, I'm going to display it.
Oh, God.
I bet they put like a little memento in there, like a collar or something. I'm going to dig them up.
Well, I'll give you the address if you want.
No, I don't want to dig up his dogs, you muppet. I'm going to dig up my dogs.
They're not yours. Well, I suppose they are now yours, technically.
Yeah, it's mine. I own them. Whatever's in there, I'm getting it.
But that's the point. They're not his dogs, are they?
What are they?
Well, they're someone else's dogs.
Well, no, but I bought the I own the property. Everything that is within that land, as designated by the title deeds, belongs to me, Mr. Deeds.
Including the spirit of canine.
Yeah, it's not a spirit; it's a physical body. We're assuming it's a dog. It's a small little gravestone for a dog.
I bet it's a dog.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, next point.
Yep.
Are you doing Twitter at the moment?
Yeah.
Did you get my photo I sent you earlier on my cat on the internet?
Yep.
Okay. I just thought it was quite funny, my cat on the internet. But
it was. Hang on a second. His cat wasn't actually on the internet. His cat was sitting on his Wi-Fi router, and it said, "My cat's always on the internet." Now, this is. I mean, come on. It was a cute cat. It was a great cat. I love pictures of cats. I've been posting pictures. I've become one of those people that sends pictures of cats. I love it. But come on, as gags go, Simon.
Well, I'm lowbrow. Come on.
Yeah, lowbrow. We welcome the lowbrow to the show.
Now, did you know that cats have webbed feet?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I need some evidence.
Right. When you get home tonight, okay,
yes.
get hold of one of your cats, yeah, and if you put your index finger on their back paws, if you push your index finger into between the pads on one of their back legs, one of their back paws.
Oh, he's right. Yeah, cats do have web feet. Yeah, there we go. That's weird.
And the thing is, I don't know what it is, right? But they've got like this ingrained thing where when you push your finger into that spot, they spread their toes.
Oh, I was wondering how to get them to spread their toes so I could put their socks on them properly. Well, then this is great. Their gloves. This is great. This is what we're going to do.
Yep. I don't know. It's weird. It's just like an inbuilt thing. You touch it and it opens. It's weird.
Simon, thank you very much indeed for that. It's quiet in the shop tonight. We'll welcome anybody. Let's try Alex again. Good evening, Alex.
Hi.
Hello?
Am I actually on the radio?
Would you like to speak to Iain?
Yes, please.
We'll put you through straight after Amanda. Good evening, Amanda.
Hello, Iain.
Hello, Amanda. How are you doing?
Hey, Amanda.
I'm okay, thank you. I have a couple of suggestions for Nigel. I wondered if perhaps you could pass them on.
God, please do. Yes, go on. What have you got?
Well, the first one is, where I live, there are lunch clubs for people maybe over 60 years old.
Yeah.
And so I was wondering if possibly social services or whoever helping Nigel could tell them about lunch clubs, and at least he would get some food that way.
Well, here's the difficult thing. I've heard from everyone I've sent an email from, apart from social services.
Yeah.
But it may be that because of client confidentiality, they want to deal directly with Nigel, so we need to ask him that. But, they've been very, very quiet.
Yeah. Maybe even a voluntary group could put him in touch with lunch clubs. I don't know if you have to be referred directly through social services.
Okay, well that's a suggestion.
There's a thought.
What else you got?
I've also got friendship groups. I remember, I think Angela talking to you once about she goes to friendship groups.
Oh, I vaguely remember this. Because you've got a good memory.
Yes. So I wondered if that might be something that Nigel might like.
This is an excellent suggestion, and we will make it to him. We will certainly make these suggestions to him. The slight problem with Nigel is, I suspect there is some form of, and I'm making a massive assumption here, but it seems pretty obvious there is some form of learning difficulty that makes things a little bit difficult. Someone said that he once phoned us and said that he'd had a brain injury as a kid.
I think he did. I recall that, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So there's that. It's not just the fact that he's older and that he's not got money. There's also, there's also the way he perceives the world is slightly different.
Yeah.
That confuses
and
things,
the other thing is
Yeah.
that although these sort of supper clubs and friendship groups are brilliant, it's kind of a sticking plaster on a bigger problem, which is that he's kind of freestyling at the moment, and what he really needs is just someone to oversee what's going on, because I'm not convinced his bills are in order, and I think he may be paying way over the odds for a number of things. So, but great suggestions, and I'll just, that's certainly a thought that I've had, and I've had contact with a couple of local charities and some national charities actually with local branches who are all interested in contacting him and finding out how they can help. So I'm sure that's going to be on their minds as well. But thanks for getting in touch.
Okay, there was one other thing I've written down.
Yes.
For Nigel, and that was the Silver Line helpline for people over 55.
Okay.
Where he can call 24 hours a day, and it's like a chat. You don't have to have a problem. You can just phone up and chat, I think.
Okay, go on. What's the number?
And I'm afraid I don't have the number.
There we go, Amanda. We will find it. Thank you very much for your help. No, it wasn't. I thought it was for a second, but it wasn't. No, not at all. Thank you, Amanda. Excellent suggestions.
I've got it. 0800 470 8090.
Okay. Okay. Excellent suggestions. It's it's a
90? How's anyone going to remember that?
You're right, actually, Alex. How is anyone going to remember that, Kathy?
Because it's for 70s, 80s and 90s.
0800 111. Call Gay Chat now. Hey, Alex.
Am I still on the radio?
Yes, you are.
Okay, well, I would like to say that maybe your medication...
His medication.
Yes.
Yes, go on.
I was just wondering...
You can actually hear the delay in your brain. It wasn't who everyone's saying it was online. Everyone calm down. Calm down. Yes, go on.
I know there's no delay in my brain.
I can hear it.
I decided because... I just decided...
Like I say, it's quiet in the shop tonight. We'll talk to anybody. But even this is... I'd rather sit in silence for 10 minutes. Go on.
Okay. Well, when people take medication, especially antidepressant medication, I've taken it myself, and I know how some can be different to others. How can we stop that? Is it called reverberation? How can we stop that echoing?
Turn your radio off.
Yeah. It's not the radio. It's because he's calling from Spain, I think.
What, is it my computer then?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Jesus.
1 second. I'll shut that down. No worries.
This is. Even by our standards, this is poor. This is poor.
Stick with
this is poor radio. This is sub 3 counties.
Well, because of me.
Partly, yeah. Yeah, partly.
The problem is when I call you. Before I call,
right. What would you like to? What would you like to say tonight, Alex? I don't want to know the build-up to the call because I'm actually losing the will to live. So, what have you called in about?
I called in because I wanted to say that maybe the medication that you're taking might not be correct.
And sorry, when did you become a doctor?
No, I'm not a doctor.
Okay. Right, okay.
I'm just an ex-soldier.
Just a guy.
I'm struggling.
Okay,
with stuff.
What makes you think my medication isn't appropriate, doctor? No, there's ex-soldier.
Please. The reason I say that is because you're not the same all of the time as you are normally.
I'm not the same all of the time as I am normally. That doesn't mean anything. No one's the same all of the time as they are normally. No one's normal. No one's the same. Everyone's different. Everyone fluctuates.
Yeah, but no,
you don't, because you're on a steady diet of booze.
You're a presenter. You're a presenter of a show
that fluctuates
and
in mood and tone.
You have to.
No, I don't.
Pardon?
It fluctuates in mood and tone. I don't have to anything.
But the reason your show is sorry, not the word show. The reason your program is different to the. Do you know what? I've forgotten his name. The guy that's on next who does the weird things.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, God.
Don't worry about his name. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go on.
All right. Okay. The reason that is different is because you kind of listen to people.
Yes. I don't know. I don't kind of listen to people. I listen to people.
You do sort of.
No, I don't sort of. I do.
But no, not problem. The thing is,
yes.
I think, is that because you're trying to deal with something, and because of your job, I think.
This is painful. This is painful.
It's because I've been drinking.
I know you've been drinking, Alex. You've always been drinking. Stop drinking.
I can't help it. I can't. Yeah, but I can't call you if I haven't been drinking.
I would rather listen. I would rather you didn't drink and didn't call us than you'd called us drunk for your. I don't mean that flippantly. I mean for your own lifestyle.
I know what you mean. But the problem is, I can't. I don't have the confidence to call you.
Well, don't call us then. I would rather you stayed sober and.
I want to.
I would rather. Don't. No. Actually, Alex. No. I'm sending that back. Don't blame my drinking on you calling my show. How dare you?
Pardon?
How dare you blame your drinking on the desire to call my show? You're putting it on me.
No,
the reason you drink is because you can't stop drinking. Nothing to do with me.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to imply that. That isn't what I said, or that isn't what I meant to say. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to imply that the reason I drink is because I listen to your show. No, I didn't mean that. What I meant was, when I listen to your show, I listen to it all the time, but I can't. I don't have the confidence to call.
Yes, No. Don't blame your inability to stop drinking on my show. It's got nothing to do with my show.
No, I'm not
you're coming up with. Yes, you are. That's exactly what you're doing. You're coming up with excuses for your drinking. Don't use me as an excuse. How dare you?
Why am I doing that?
By saying you can't phone the show.
I'm doing that.
I will do. I will do. By saying.
Please.
I will do. If you shut up.
I don't mean to interrupt.
If you shut up.
No, hang on first.
I don't mean to interrupt.
I need to listen to what you're saying.
Right.
I need to listen to what you're saying from the beginning.
Shut up.
I will do, but
go on, then. Do it now.
Once you understand.
Do it now.
I'm going to listen now.
Right, thank you.
I'm listening.
Okay. You said you can't phone this show unless you're drunk, right? Don't blame your drinking on a desire to phone this show, which is literally what you've just done 3 or 4 times now.
No, that's not correct.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Of course you would. You're an expert at what you do.
Listening.
Alex, you see, this is the problem. Because you're drunk, you're saying things you don't mean. So this isn't going to end well. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Not really. I phoned up with the best intentions.
Yeah, but you're too drunk.
I didn't... No, I'm not too drunk.
Yes, you are, mate.
I'm too confused.
Because of your drinking. Okay.
That's why I phoned your show, I suppose, because...
Stop drinking.
Oh, I don't know.
Stop drinking. It's not helping you, man. Stop drinking.
Okay.
Come on, brother. I stopped drinking. I think it's next Wednesday, I'm going to be a year clean and sober. Imagine, a year since I put any kind of chemical or booze or anything in my body.
But any time that you go to if your wife or your girlfriend asks you to go to the shop to pick up a packet of Sprouts or a newspaper, do you think to yourself, oh, I'll just grab a bottle of wine. We can have a little bottle of wine tonight.
Sometimes. I had booze in my fridge over Christmas, and when everyone had gone and there was still some booze in my fridge, I poured an open bottle of wine down the sink and then left the hot tap going because it stank, and I gave the other bottles of wine away because I knew that I wasn't particularly safe having booze in my fridge. I didn't think I was going to drink it, but you never know. So, yeah, sometimes I think that, but you don't always have to think that or act on those thoughts.
Yeah, it's hard, dude.
It is hard, man. I know it's hard. It's tough. It's tough. But listen, you're an ex-soldier, man. You've served. You've seen stuff, and maybe I can understand why you drink, but you've done tougher things than that.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I appreciate your service. You've done tougher things than stopping drinking, man.
And one other thing, I don't want to hog the airtime.
Okay, be quick, because we've got to go. We're late for the news. Go on.
All right, I just have to quickly say, I really appreciate what you do. And, you know, I phoned up numerous times, and I've been drunk, and every time I get a reply.
Okay, listen, Alex, I've got to cut you off because we're late for the news, man. But listen, you have served in the military. You've done stuff that I couldn't even begin to do, right? And if I can quit booze and drugs, then you can do it as well, man. I'm sure you're a much better human being without it. But thank you for the call. Keith and Julie stay there. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Every man has his techniques, and they're all different.
You're not normal, why don't you sing R&B? I said I got no rhythm and I got no blues, I'm as happy as can be. They said, how can you not bop to hip-hop? I said, I most certainly do. Did you not see me dancing the other night like the girls on Channel U? Yeah, I can wind down low, be like the girls in the video, but for me that's much too slow because I now that's a bit bizarre. I said I like to look good when I go on stage, strumming my guitar. I like to sing my songs about real life things like good times and romance. And I prefer to do it in my skinny jeans and minuscule hot pants.
Every man has his technique.
Cause this baby got no back.
And they're all different.
Yeah, I can wind down low, be like the girls in the videos. But for me that's much too slow because I but I get mine with wood and string. Yeah, I can wind down low, be like the girls in the videos. But for me that's much too slow because I prefer rock and roll. I say yeah, I can wind down low, dance like the girls in the videos. But for me that's a no-no because I prefer rock and roll. Yeah, I can wind down low, be like the girls in the videos. But for me that's much too slow because I prefer rock and roll. I say yeah, I can wind down low, dance like the girls in the videos. But for me that's a no-no because I prefer rock and roll. Rock and roll.
One of the many reasons I voted Brexit was because the EU outlawed a great British tradition. No one mentions it anymore. It's a word that people under the age of 30 won't even have heard of. Elevenses. Elevenses. And now we're leaving Europe. We can bring elevenses back. Now, traditionally, stay there, Julie, Nellie and Keith. Traditionally, elevenses is supposed to be at 11 o'clock in the morning.
I'll be asleep.
Exactly. We'll be in beddy-bys. So we thought we would introduce elevenses. It's a great word. Elevenses. It says it all. Snack at 11. We thought we would introduce elevenses at 11 p.m. So, we don't normally like it when people phone up when they're eating or having a fag or something. But here's the thing. It's elevenses now. Between now and 11:30, it's elevenses.
It's treat time.
It's treat time. If you want to phone up and you're eating, you're drinking, or you've got a fag on, then you're very, very welcome. What are we eating,
We've got
Catherine?
animal biscuits, right? And they're so tiny, these packs. It's as if they're for children. So you have to have two. That's the
I
rules.
thought that was one big
No.
bag of them.
No.
Dip in.
I think you can get them, but I'm going to look into it. But they've got facts on the front. Did you know the world's tiniest monkey is about the size of a banana?
That's Davy Jones. Did you know while swimming, elephants use their trunks like a snorkel to breathe in deep water?
I did know that because I've got the same pack.
Oh, okay.
Snap.
And did you know that cats are horny? Okay. 0344 499 1000. It may sound disgusting, but it's a great British tradition. Along with bendy bananas, blue passports, we've got elevenses, and we're bringing it back. So, swivel on that. No, not even swivel. Up yours, Delors. Is it still Delors? No, up yours, Juncker. This is the way we roll. Good evening, Julie.
Hello.
Hello, Julie. Have you got... I know we've just sprung it on you, but have you got any snacks or anything to eat, drink or smoke? Because smoking is nutritional for you.
Is it?
Oh, the mainstream media will try and tell you it's not, but that's because they want to get you hooked on vaping. Smoking is better for you than vaping.
You want a juicy cigarette.
Yeah. Have you got anything you can chow down on, Julie?
Well, I've just had a bowl of Alpen and I'm just rolling a fag.
Oh, a health freak, huh?
Julie, it would be my honour, Julie. It would be my honour, nay, my pleasure, if we could hear you spark that fag up live on air and take the first drag. Would you be able to do that for us?
You know what, I might be able to just
With
do
all that kind of milky, nutty, muesli goodness in your mouth.
Yeah, I've still got it stuck in my tooth.
Of course you have, it's muesli.
It's going to be there till tomorrow, at least.
I'm just doing it. My hands are shaking. I'm so nervous.
That's okay.
really
Just take
nervous
well,
about
this is
being on the radio.
Once you have that first drag, your hands are going to stop shaking. That's what it does.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Yeah, that's it. We know that one, don't we, Iain?
When I was a smoker, I haven't had a cigarette for 14 years, but when I was a smoker, I used to smoke Golden Virginia rolling tobacco. What may I ask what you're using?
Yeah, actually, it's funny you say that. I used to smoke Golden Virginia years ago, and then I changed, but I just ran out, and my friend gave me a pinch of Golden Virginia.
Oh, like chocolate.
For you, Iain.
Please, under no circumstances, however desperate you get, don't smoke drum.
Mm.
Oh,
She's already been there. I can hear it in her voice.
She's in. You in?
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm in.
And
there it goes.
And did you just hear her voice just drop drop a semitone? She just relaxed. Everything relaxed. Julie, welcome to Elevenses on the Late Night Alternative. What would you like to say?
Well, I've been listening to you from the start of this evening. I thought I was going to sleep because I usually drift off in your show. No offence.
No, that's what it's there. That's the greatest compliment.
Listening.
Yep.
But what you mentioned at the beginning about the public transport and sexual encounters on in aeroplanes, and I was thinking, you triggered a memory for me.
Oh.
And
a nice one, I hope. A nice memory, I hope.
Yeah, it is a nice memory.
Hey, Julie! Yeah, you listen. You take as many drags on that fag as you want, because I've got a feeling this is going to. I want a nice, relaxed vibe here. This is a great story already.
All right. Well, I went out with my very good old friend. This is about 10 years ago, but we grew up together, and we always used to get into lots of trouble together. And we went out one night. Well, we went out in the day, actually, and we got the last train home, and we had a traffic cone and this massive pot plant.
Were you students by any chance?
No, we weren't students.
Okay.
No. And we got on the train, and we did have relationships beforehand, and so we were kind of familiar in that field. And
That's a great
and
phrase.
it
We are
just
familiar with
happened,
each
like,
other.
on the table in the carriage, there wasn't any people in there because it was the last train home. But we were right in front of the camera. But yeah.
You know, under the Freedom of Information Act, you can request that video footage so you can relive that happy memory.
I would like to do that. Yeah. Maybe sell it or something.
It'll be somewhere on the internet. It'll be somewhere on the internet. Right?
And so was it without going into it wasn't just a it wasn't just a little tug or a little blowy. It was
flipping it, mate.
It was full. You made love.
No, I don't think that's what she's talking about.
I'm not sure if you'd call it that.
No.
It was more sort of animal, but
wow.
Yeah.
You had what the papers would call a romp.
Yes, it was. It was.
And then just as you were both doing up your clothes, you heard a little cough and a gentleman folded his newspaper and got off the train.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
So thank you for rekindling that. And I also just wanted to say that, because your guy that was on before the news...
Yeah.
This is part of the reason why I phoned up, because I was getting so annoyed and frustrated. But then that was me. Like, that was me. Not about 18 months ago. I'd been flat out for most of my life, and like that. And I really felt for him, and I just want to say to him, and you've said it yourself, but you can do it. You might need help from outside people. Like, you've got to ask for help and go to services and just get support with it, because it's something that, like, if you've got that problem, it is basically impossible to do it on your own, no matter how much you try and how much you want it. Yeah. But you can have it, and it's definitely worth it. So,
Is your life immeasurably better since you put down the booze?
Oh, you know what? It really is. I'm still getting it together. Like, I live in a dry house at the moment,
okay.
And it's so gradual, the process. But it's priceless. Like, I've got this new lease on life, and I've met new people that are, my friends, like genuine friends. And I've got, just
wicked.
I've started learning. Like, I never went to college when I was a teenager. I didn't learn anything, I just spent it getting on it. And now I've got this opportunity to, to kind of put things, get things on track. And
that's brilliant.
And I feel really, really focused. Like, I value my life so much more now than I did, that I feel like there's, it's worth it. Like, because you can see that you've got a future, and no one knows how long that future is, but it's definitely worth trying to change it for the better.
Nice one, Julie. That's I'm really glad you phoned up and shared a mucky story, and
then a clean story,
and then a very clean story. Yes, in every sense of the word. Thank you, Julie. Best of luck.
Cool. Cheers, Ian.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Enjoy that fag. Enjoy that fag. What a nice woman. We got Harry. We got Keith. We got Nellie. We could have you, dear listener. 0344 499 1000. The late night alternative, weeknights from 10 with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Closing time conversation for tax inspectors, taxi drivers, and taxidermists. Great big talk for the wee small hours.
You've been trolling me big time, mate.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio have teamed up with Imagine Cruising to give away a Singapore Grand Prix and Asia cruise for 2 people. This includes a 3-day Bay Grandstand ticket to the Singapore Grand Prix, a 4-night hotel stay in Singapore, plus a 5-night full-board cruise on board Genting Dream. All you have to do is visit talkradio.co.uk/competitions, talkradio.co.uk/competitions, and register your interest to take part in our Life in the Fast Lane. This competition has nothing to do with the Eagles, I should stress. The Life in the Fast Lane quiz on air all this week during the Matthew Wright Show. Full terms and conditions can be found on the Talk Radio website. 03444991000 is the phone number. Good evening, Harry.
Hello.
Hello, Harry.
Hi. I'm ringing tonight because I wanted to say thank you to you, Iain.
Okay.
About a year ago, you put out a tweet saying, I'm not sure I'm quoting directly here, but you said, just watch that Garry Shandling documentary and it's as good as everybody said.
Oh, yes.
And I've been meaning to watch it, but I've completely forgotten until you tweeted about it. And having watching it, it's just put... I'm not sure how to say it, but it's put me in a much better place.
So have you just watched it now, or did you watch it a year ago?
I watched it a year ago when you tweeted it.
Right,
but
okay.
I've just watched it again because it's become available on... I've been able to stream it again now.
Oh, officially, this time.
Well, I streamed it off Sky the first time, and it's on... Am I allowed to say iTunes?
You're allowed to say iTunes. Of course you can say iTunes.
Yeah, great. It was on iTunes, and I've bought it, and I've streamed it off there. And
okay, I might have to watch it again.
And I just want to say it's put me in such a better place.
Am I allowed to ask how? Because it is. If you've not seen it, anyone, it is amazing. Did you watch it, Kat?
No, I haven't.
It's brilliant, right? Because it's not just the story of Garry Shandling, although it is. There's more to it. It's about how he would kind of take himself apart and reconstruct himself by just writing and writing and writing in his diaries, writing philosophies and thoughts and ideas, and evaluating himself. And it's incredible. And it encouraged me to journal for a little bit. I don't do it very often, but can I ask, Harry, how it had a positive impact on you?
It's showing me that there is. I don't want to compare myself to him, but there was somebody else who I felt has that level of self-examination of themselves. I didn't know other people take themselves apart nearly every other month. It was just great to see someone who had such an impact on a field that I admire so much, and to know he could do that. You watch, it's Garry Shandling's show and Larry Sanders, and they are 2 groundbreaking things, and to know that the genius behind them is almost like you. It was just so reassuring at the time when I was so down.
It's funny you should... Yes, I know what you mean. Like when I watched it, well, if it was a year ago, I was living in a crappy flat, a bedsit, a room, not seeing as much of my kids as I wanted to, and wasn't sure when I was ever going to get out of there. And I did find it... and I probably only just got clean again, and I did find it very inspiring. And yeah, definitely, it's an incredible piece of work. And I think you can't watch it and not somehow try and reevaluate exactly where you are at that moment. It makes you ask questions about yourself.
Absolutely. I was doing my dissertation at university at the time, and I was struggling so much, and that there's so much about it. When he discusses the Buddhist symbol of emptiness, the empty circle, it was just this sort of reminder to be there, be present, and it's just helped me so much. And I want to thank you for tweeting about it, and that helped me so much in a difficult time.
Hey, nice one, Harry. Well, and I really appreciate you phoning in and sharing that with us. That's very kind of you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Take care. There you go. What nice people we're getting.
He's just reminded me I need to watch it. Sounds great.
Yeah, it is good. It is incredible, actually. It is incredible. Whether you're a fan of him or not, it's some story. He was some human being. Let's go to Keith. Good evening, Keith.
Oh, hello, you two.
Hello, Keith. What have you got for us tonight?
It's nice to speak to you again. It's been a while since I spoke to you.
Yes.
I'm just giving you a shout out for a programme on the ITV that's been on across 2 nights, because they're not much on terrestrial TV at all.
Are you having a snack for elevenses?
Oh, I am.
What are you chomping
what
on?
I'm having is it's an East Australian Chardonnay.
There we go, classic.
Normally Chardonnay French is a bit too sharp for me.
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say what the name is on the bottle.
Why does everyone think you're not allowed to say
You
names?
are allowed
Of course
to say.
you are.
I don't. It's called Wine List.
I've had that. Yeah, nice.
What is that you're listening to in the background? Because that ain't us.
Telly, innit?
No, it's just a towel. I'll knock it off. Sorry.
Why have you... Hang on a minute.
Hang on, let me put it on mute. I was just keeping on my subject. That's it.
Why have you got the telly on when we're on?
Because it's got the details of the programme I'm recommending.
Okay, all right. I'll let you off this once.
While recording.
I'll let you off this once. He's taped
just my little
okay.
prompts. But the Chardonnay. See, I found these. Have you found that, Kath? The Australian ones, Chardonnays, are a lot gentler on the palate.
Yeah, I went off it, and then I had one the other day, and it was really nice. I think it was on special. This is the thing, right? A friend of mine that I went to university with, languages student, you see, we ended up all over the shop. She ended up being a wine buyer and a wine taster for Majestic. And she always told me, if you see that a supermarket is recommending something, go for it, because normally they want you to get a taste for it. It's really good.
Absolutely.
And then they'll put the price up. Yeah, so I found one the other day, and it was a good one.
Yeah, this one, it's $3.81, and they've kept it at that.
Blimey! You'd think that'd be a headache.
12.5%, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'd think that'd be a headache potion at that price.
No, I don't, no reaction at all, and I've got it in my wine chiller, you know, the ones you put in the fridge, like it's like a sleeve, like a tube.
Yeah, mine are never full. Mine are just always in the freezer, empty.
Yeah, I need more than one, actually. I'm going to
So what is this programme you want to recommend to us that we're never going to watch?
And it's really right. It's called New Harry's Heroes, and it's Harry Redknapp, and it's quite nostalgic.
It's about football.
Well, it is, but it's a lot more things about men and men's health, which I think is really, the production of it was quite good. Anyway, I'll get to the point. So it's over 2 nights, and it's the men from the sort of 1996 England team, who nearly won the European Championship.
Oh, yeah, like John Barnes and that.
John Barnes, you've got David Seaman, Chris Waddle, you've got David Merson, who's going through a difficult time at the moment, Razor Ruddock. Anyway, it's over 2 nights.
Is it not Phil Merson?
I beg your pardon?
What's his name, Merson?
Yeah, Paul Merson.
Paul, yeah, not David.
Oh, he was, the business, Matt Letizia and...
They're the last team I could name.
Yeah, you probably could. Mark Wright from Liverpool there, Razor Ruddock, he's about 24 stone. I mean, but you got Lee Sharp there.
Okay,
I was going to sort of just touch on. Okay. So what they've done is over 12 weeks got on fit for this charity match against West Germany.
Women's head.
Oh, right.
And what's quite nice about it is, it's educational, because what they've done is they've looked at sort of men at around that age now, 50 onwards. A lot of who will watch your show, and really looking at weight, and the whole spectrum of diet really, and the benefits of looking after yourself. So they've looked at, most of them have lost a stone, but they've looked at on the sort of weight stuff they looked at, and which was good.
I feel like I'm living it in real time.
All right. Well, I hope I'm not. They said about helping to lose the weight of the stone. It's not just the weight outside, the visible thing. It's the visceral fat around your main organs.
Oh yeah, don't forget that.
Well, that was good, and what was quite nice.
Okay, well, don't spoil it. Don't give it all away, because when I don't watch it, I want to make sure I don't enjoy anything.
You're going to watch it and enjoy it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, all right. I'm just
you will.
Okay, I'm just sharing little bits that I think, and men bonding. We've not got that many outlets to do that, and but that was nice though. That, and they looked at like Paul Merson. He's going through a difficult time. It's been in the news at the minute. This was filmed before Christmas. But that was quite nice how they helped him along, and he got to see somebody with his gambling, and he got Razor Ruddock. He used to play for Liverpool. And it was nice because they got him to a Harley Street.
You're telling us everything that happens.
Well, I'm trying to tell you because I'm trying to.
I don't need to watch it now.
I'm not going to tell you what happens in the end.
Well, you've just don't tell us the last 5 minutes, but tell us the 55 before that.
No, come on.
That's what you're doing.
I'm just trying to share with you.
Okay.
Oh, he's trying to bond with you.
Okay. Well, you've shared plenty.
Okay. Not many films out at the minute. I used to ring into with films, but Line of Duty's coming back.
What was the last film you went and saw?
Oh, it's called, I went the other week and I came out. It was like something about the hole in the ground.
The hole in the ground?
Yeah, the hole in the. It was some because I have my unlimited pass.
Go and see Captain Marvel. Get it over and done with.
I've seen it. Sorry, each to their own.
No,
each
you're
to
wrong.
their own.
You're wrong. It's brilliant. It's one of the greatest films. It's one of the greatest films of the 21st century.
Each to their own.
You're incorrect. You're wrong. You're wrong on this.
What's that?
You're wrong.
About what?
It's one of the greatest films of the 21st century.
Well, in your opinion.
No, that's a fact.
All right.
It's a fact. You're wrong.
You're right. You're right.
I am right. I am right on this.
Well, the last time we spoke, it's been a while since she's on
you were quite
this
rude, weren't you, to me?
Pardon?
I think you were quite rude to me, weren't you, last time we spoke?
No, I think you were quite rude to me.
I think you were quite rude to me.
Well,
lads,
I think I left the studio because of your demeanour.
No, but no. That I rung in and I was sort of trying to flag up.
Let's go over it again.
Bodyguard, and you gave me about 25 seconds. You said it was boring.
All right, well, it feels like 25 minutes tonight, and that football programme sounds boring.
They were pulling in 7 million, so it wasn't that boring, was it?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing.
Why do we have to point score? We're on the same side.
I don't know.
Here,
you started point scoring just now.
Stop.
I'm not point scoring.
Everybody stop.
Everybody stop.
Everybody
and
stop.
Let's be nice to each other.
Well, then you brought it up that you weren't nice to me previously.
No.
The bodyguard sounded rubbish, as does his football thing. I don't like football.
Well, I felt quite hurt when I mentioned bodyguard.
How can you be hurt because I said the bodyguard sounded boring?
No, it's quite negative, isn't it? It's not positive.
Did you make it? Hang on a minute, you just said that the Captain Marvel wasn't any good. I don't feel hurt because I'm not personally involved with it and I'm a grown-up.
Why do you have to always shout?
Because you won't shut up and listen. So you just said that Captain Marvel wasn't any good and I brushed it off because I don't really care.
It wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, all right. And I said the bodyguard was rubbish and you got butthurt.
How could you say it was rubbish when it hadn't even been heard?
It's because everyone's heard of the bodyguard, and what you said made it sound even more rubbish.
No, I didn't. I just said it was coming on. It hadn't even been heard. What
you said made it sound more rubbish.
Just a bit of telly. Everyone, calm down.
Isn't it? We're on the same side.
No, we're not. We're not
exchanging a reciprocal exchange of.
We're exchanging a reciprocal exchange.
Yes, all right.
Yeah.
Now,
but hang on a minute. So you're allowed to say that something I like isn't very good, but I'm not allowed to say.
The studio
shut up!
I called you passive aggressive one
night.
Shut
up! I'm not passive aggressive. I'm aggressive. You're allowed to shut up. Let me speak. You're allowed to say something I like isn't good, but I'm not allowed to say something you like isn't good.
It's not my cup of tea.
Okay, and your description of the bodyguard made it sound more rubbish than it probably was.
Well, I was only talking 15 seconds.
No, hang on. It's gone down from 25 to 15. It'll be minus 15. In a minute, you'll never have phoned up.
What's minus 15? You've lost me.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you on about, minus 15?
You're making it shorter.
Well, whatever. Within your opening gambit it sounds boring.
Yeah, it sounds
really
boring.
Encourage me as a caller.
It sounds boring. The bodyguard sounded boring.
Well, it pulled 7 million, didn't it?
So what? Kokomo was the Beach Boys' biggest selling single, and it was crap.
Yeah,
doesn't mean anything. Numbers don't mean anything.
Ah, well.
Jeremy Kyle show gets a huge audience.
Shout.
Because this is part of the act. Is what I do.
Oh, part of the act is shouting. Well, shouting, I don't really find very.
Well, then don't listen to the show, Keith, because it's part of the act.
No, come on, get off.
You get off.
No.
Well, then I won't get off. Don't tell me how to do my act, and I won't tell you how to do your job.
All right then. So, there you go. We've both exchanged views.
How about that, Chardonnay?
And life's about different views, isn't it?
That's what life is all about.
Okay, guys.
Okay, guys.
That'll do.
Little Alton's still there, Kath.
Thank God for that.
Anyway, I'm going now. Over and out.
Thank you very much for your call, Keith. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I tell you why I enjoyed that. Right.
That was like Twitter.
I enjoyed that because he stood up for himself.
Did?
I enjoyed that. Thank you, Keith. Well done. It's the first call of yours I've enjoyed. I mean, that football programme sounds awful. But it's the first call of Keith's. I normally find them terribly annoying, but I enjoyed that a lot. That was good sport. And some people say, I don't like the shouting. It's too much shouting. Well, go and listen to a radio show that doesn't have shouting. Here's the thing. I use my volume as one of my many tools. Sometimes I go nice and soft and quiet. Sometimes I shout a lot. I don't shout a lot. Sometimes I shout for effect. It's theatre. It's theatre. Go over it. I don't like it. It's too much shouting. Well, you know what? Piss off.
Oh.
Yeah, if you don't like the shouting, that's part of the act.
Go and listen to Quiet FM.
Go and listen to Quiet... Is that a station?
Should be.
OK. Thank you, Keith. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. Let's go to Jerry. Good evening, Jerry.
And I will always love you.
Don't mention that.
Paul Wilson, he's going through a rough time at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
Rough time. Hole in the Ground has been in Cribbins.
Yeah, what was that film? It sounds good about a hole in the ground.
Hole in the Ground being in Cribbins.
I'm trying to find out what it could have been.
About football sounds right tough. I was speaking all right tonight.
You're speaking all right. It's better than it has been, yes. What have you got for us tonight, Jerry?
Just like to explain to you what it's like going to freeze. Just so people know what I'm on about. And it's going to freeze. It's like the brain goes numb.
Yeah.
Can't do anything. It's like pretty good. If we drive a car, the way it feels like a car misfiring. Only done for 3 cylinders are firing, but 1 isn't. You're almost there. That's what it feels like. Then you hit the junction, all cylinders fire. When you try and move in a car, it's like the brakes and the accelerator on. It's really weird. But reflexes work even when I'm in full freeze. It's helped me get, if you don't mind me telling you, just help me get.
Yeah, no, tell us, go on.
Scare me. It's really weird. If I'm fully frozen, you can't move me. Throw something at me, and my reflexes still work. That's what makes me slightly unique with Parkinson's. Throw something at somebody, and if you just can't move, but my reflexes work. They can catch things. They can catch things, pretty small things in my hand, turn them quite a distance. It's really weird.
So hang on, you're saying when you're frozen, and you can't control your body, but if someone were to chuck a ball at you, you'd catch it out of reflex.
I can catch your reflexes work. It's really weird. The Nintendo Wii sports and those Nintendo sports.
Yeah.
I can play tennis, boxing, but I can't play bowls because that's bowling away. Anything that's coming towards me.
Oh, so you're reactive. You're not proactive.
No, I can't think about conscious movement.
Isn't that funny?
And
Well, not
slows
funny,
down.
but you
I
get
think
on
that's why I do singing, because that's spontaneous, know the lyrics. Sing off time there, and there's no thought about it. You ask me a question and think about it, you go, that's when this problem starts again. When you ask me a question, I have to think about it. That's when I start messing up.
But when you're frozen, is does your brain... Obviously, it doesn't control the body, but your brain is still going, and so you're still buzzing around in there, but you're just trapped in your head.
I'm just trapped in the body. Body won't move. The body won't move.
Yeah.
Oh, throw something at me. Reflexes work, left or right-handed. So you can jump up, but can't throw it back. But you can set the brain. It's tricking the brain. I can't throw something at me.
I would love to do, and apparently it's frowned upon. I would love to do some experiments on you, Jerry. Like proper.
Oh yes,
cut your head open to remove the top of your skull. Connect.
To do that.
Electrodes to your brain and just do all kinds of things to your body.
Deep brain stimulation is called.
I'll be stimulating something.
Yeah. I don't even be sticking probes in there.
I would cure you or kill you. One of the two. And that's a 50-50 punt, and you just got to ask yourself, do you want to do it? But I think we'd have to go to China and do it, because those kind of experiments actually change people's lives. Sometimes for the worse, let's be honest. But those experiments are banned in this country.
2 years ago. Say something about the trick of the brain.
Yeah.
I can't throw something at me, you can catch it.
Yeah.
But then, because I think about it, you can't throw it back.
Yeah, I know. You've told us that 5 times, man. I'm going to throw something at you in a minute. It's a punch.
Well, listen to this. If you throw something at me...
Don't say it again. You've just said it.
No. It's only slightly different.
Go on.
When you throw something towards me, I can throw it back. If something's coming towards me, I can use the instinct and the reflex to throw the thing back.
Yeah.
It's really weird, complex. But thank you for letting me tell that, because
No, I appreciate that, man. It's an insight into into Parkinson's and into your life, and
cope with it.
So what would so Jerry? So you're reactive, not proactive. So what would happen if I cut you off?
Oh dear.
0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The radio show where the owls are not what they seem.
Do you or have you ever watched Twin Peaks?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
We could be dreaming and meeting each other in our dreams.
On Talk Radio.
03444991000. 11s is over now, so when you phone up, I don't want to hear you eating or drinking or smoking. That'll be rude.
Just rude.
That's rude. Okay, but 11s is we need to bring back. Hey, I tell you what doesn't happen. Well, I've not noticed it in my house. Maybe it happens before I get home. Because I get home... By the way, when I get home, I've started doing this little late-night chit-chat club. And they're on Periscope at the moment, but I might move them over to Twitch, I think. But they're on Periscope for the moment, periscope.tv/Iain Lee. It's about 2:30. You see me feeding my old cat, Velvet. And then when she's finished, you see the young kittens coming in and licking her bowl out. Seeing if they can get...
They come in so hopeful, don't they, every time?
And she finishes up now. She knows that she can't just graze anymore. She has to eat that meal in one go, so she does. Good for her. So you see that, and then you see me in bed, and we just chit-chat for a little bit. I'm scared of the new feature on Periscope that allows people to call in. Because a lot of the people that want to call in are...
Of course they flipping are.
Weirdos.
Yeah.
But I'm tempted, so we might do that. But anyway, so that's at 2:30, and we just kind of do a little... I'm calling it kind of an informal step 10. You just look through the day, what you did, what you could have done better. Did you hurt anybody? How would you improve with it? Do you need to make any amends? That kind of vibe. So if you want to join me at 2:30, it's great fun, guys. We listen to a radio station, and it's fun. We just chill out. Kath jumps in and trolls us.
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
So we're doing that. But here's the thing. I don't think my house does, unless it happens earlier. My house doesn't settle.
Mm.
And that used to be a thing. I remember that being a thing growing up. Where you'd be in bed and you'd hear it, you think, there's a ghost, there's a burglar.
Creaking and...
Yeah, because... And tapping, knocking and stuff. And sometimes it was your parents having sex. But more often than not, it was your house... settling.
Whoa. Rewind. What if it was never the house settling?
It was just your parents having sex.
Stop it. Stop it.
Little darling, it's been a long... Hey, Kath, you seen our copy of Abbey Road about Beatles?
Stop it.
Your mum's feeling frisky.
I did overhear them once. I dealt with it in a very mature fashion.
Oh, no, what did you do?
I steamed out onto the landing and told them I could hear them.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Oh, God!
I was mortified.
She was 32 at the time.
No, I was about 14. And then, after a little while, my mum came in and told me that it was all natural and I should be glad that my mum and... I should be glad that my mum and dad loved each other.
That's
and
even worse!
I know, it was just like, get out.
Yes,
and I remember thinking...
Catherine, your dad and I have been having it off just now. You were right. You were right.
And then,
no, that's
and then I remember
terrible
afterwards,
behaviour.
like the days that followed, they just acted normal, like I don't know, like they did it all the time. And I remember thinking that, oh God, why aren't they acting weird?
Yeah,
it's like, they must do it all the time.
When your mum came out, did her dressing gown flap
Stop
open
it!
and you saw like a PVC bass?
No.
Okay, well that's something.
No, but my poor parents. God, can you imagine?
Yeah. Well, your parents doing it.
No, I don't mean that. I mean,
can now you've
just
said it.
imagine the moment when you get busted by your kids.
Yeah, man. Okay. Well, so your parents don't settle, but does your house settle?
My house. Well, that's what I'm saying to you. That since I moved out of my parents' house, I don't think I've heard a house settle. So maybe it wasn't settling at all.
Okay. Well, our house is settling. 0344 499 1000. The hot topics. We do the hot topics on this show. Good evening, Nelly.
How are you?
If you're eating right now, you better not be, because 11s is finished 17 minutes ago. Boy, this is bad manners. This is ill-mannered behaviour. This is rudeness.
We finished off a fish cake.
Oh my God!
We're going back to him in a minute. That's
pervert.
You finish that meal during the next call, otherwise there's trouble. What did he say? A fish cake?
Yeah.
Dirty.
That's not right.
Good evening, Manny.
Good evening.
Oh.
Have you still got a job? Have you still got a job?
Of course I've got a job.
Yay! He's a hard-working man.
Of course I've got a job.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, man. Good.
I always get a little. Listen, I hate. Shut up. Shut your face. Shut your face. I hate most of the people that call in, but I always get a little cheeky smile when I see your name pop up on the screen. And then
I was going to phone in Saturday.
Yeah.
But Nigel, oh God.
Yeah,
poor
Not
Nigel.
bad for him. You know, I was talking to the family on Sunday about that.
Yeah.
And my wife says, what about if we send him a prepaid card? Send it to you, and then you can.
No, I'd cane it. I'm spending a lot at the moment, so that would not be.
It's like a prepaid, you can put 50, 100 on there, and you can buy shopping or pay a bill on it, or you can use it as a credit card or something.
Oh, Manny, that's really kind of you, but we've had a lot of people offering him money. But do you know what? You need something long term rather than a quick fix. And the other thing is, you know for a fact that if the authorities see that he's got a big wad of cash, they'll be like, right, there you go, job done, you don't need us anymore.
No, I'm just saying.
No, well, listen, you are
or something like,
you are a very, very kind man, and we've had many offers from people, but we can't because it gets very confusing and complicated. Puts me and Kath in a slightly awkward position if people are sending us money as well.
Yeah.
What this is kind of a long term thing, and he needs an advocate, he needs an adult, he needs a grown up to kind of supervise him, and that's what we're working towards. That's what we're working towards.
I think you're right. I don't think he can handle money, can he?
No, I don't think he quite gets the concept of it.
I don't think he can budget to handle any sort.
Yeah.
How are you anyway? Proud of you.
That's none of your business.
Oh, tell him.
It's none of his business.
I'm all right.
I'm all right, man. I've had a couple of good, couple of very up days. I think the pills I'm back on are starting to work. They're starting to kick in. The pills. It's a new. Yeah.
Should have stopped off them.
Yes, man.
People. There's other radio stations. There's me. There's Nigel. There's that guy on the phone. Remember when he was when Kath was trying to phone the police? There's Jerry.
Yeah.
Look how many people you help the pair of you.
Yeah, Lacey.
Yeah. Other people just.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when I was at BBC WM? Indulge us for a second.
Yeah.
Was there a caller called Malcolm?
No, I think there was. I'm not too sure. I only used to listen to your show.
Yeah, he used to. I'm sure there's a guy called Malcolm that used to call me. I'm trying to find a clip of who I think it is, because we had a message from someone saying that a regular listener and someone who'd been in touch with me called Malcolm, and then they gave his surname, had passed. And I was trying to think who it was, and I found this guy on Twitter, but his Twitter is locked. And I think, was he the guy? I'm trying to find. Hang on a minute. Was it? I'm trying to find the clip that I think it might be, but there's so many.
There used to be that lady with a really deep. He used to say, "Keep up the folks." Remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
It's a very, 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 very deep voice.
I do remember. I'm trying to find a clip of who I think it might have been. Talking about a monkey. I can't find the clips.
I can't remember.
All right. I just thought you might.
I remember Ranjit.
I remember Ranjit. Yeah, flipping it. All right. Never mind. I just thought I'd ask.
He's phoned you up a couple of times on here, hasn't he?
No, Ranjit's never called here. No.
Yeah, I've heard him on there.
Ranjit's never called here.
He has when you first started.
No, he hasn't.
He has.
He hasn't.
He has.
I don't trust you.
It was when you first. It was about 3-4 weeks into your show.
Ranjit has never.
The chippy man.
Yeah, I know the chippy man.
Yeah, he has.
All right, he has apparently.
Look here, I've got it dated.
Have you got a list of all the callers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take notes. So we've got this one here. It was Ranjit's found us.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Ranjit has called. Yeah.
He has called.
8th of the 8th, 2016. Horny.
You know, August.
I know August.
Holiday, the last bank holiday.
Yes.
It's 25th, isn't it? And the Sunday's on the 24th.
Okay.
What you doing then?
Well.
Oh God, hang on a minute. I think I'm busy then. He's going to invite us to something we don't want to go
24th
to.
of August is my eldest's birthday.
And I'm going to the party.
You come to my party.
Is it your birthday then?
Wedding. My daughter's wedding.
Hey! No. No.
Go on.
No.
Oh.
You can bring as many people as you like.
All right, I'll bring 100 people. I think it's these Asian weddings. There's shed loads of food.
And whiskey. And vodka.
Whiskey and vodka.
Vodka.
So your daughter's getting married?
Yeah.
This must be. Is he wealthy?
Yep.
Oh, beautiful. Fine. Then there you go. Sorted.
She's pretty well off. She's dentist.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There's money in teeth. There's money in mouldy old teeth.
No, I'm going to send you an invite.
Okay.
Oh, bless you. Well, that's really kind.
Thank you, Manny. But I'm going to say I'm not coming.
Why?
I can't come.
You can.
I cannot do that.
There's a hotel there as well.
Well, hang on. You want me to pay for a hotel?
Trying to tantalise you with facilities.
I'll pay for the hotel.
Well, listen. Okay. Well, I'm not going.
We're all 6 of you, 7 of you.
I'm not going. This is awkward. Kath, you go.
I can't.
You can.
You can. There we go. Take the kids.
I'll say to her.
Take the kids.
She wants a sleepover. Can I bring all the other kids as well?
Take the kids. Here you go. It'll be great. You can record a piece of the show.
This year's theme is someone else's wedding.
Never mind.
Manny, you are.
It's really kind.
You are a good man, Manny, and I'm glad. I hope your daughter's going to be very happy. Thank you for that. Let's go. Let's see. Hopefully, Nellie's finished his fish cake. Good evening, Nellie.
Evening, Ian. Evening, Kath.
There we go.
Fish cake free. I have to say, 11s is half an hour, and that's long. It should really be 15 minutes, but we are non-traditionalists. But anything beyond that is ill-mannered and rude. What you got for us, Nelly?
Do you know what I get my fish cakes with?
Your face?
Salad cream.
My hands. Hey. Right. I've got another music recommendation for you if you want it.
We don't.
The last one was rubbish, so
you said it was in the middle.
Okay, I was being kind, but since I've had to just tell a blind man I do not want to go to his daughter's wedding, I'm now the truth is coming out. It's like I've taken the truth drug. So let's.
What are your thoughts on mashups?
I'm a big fan of mashups when they're done well. We often play mashups on this show. I'm a big fan of them.
So there's a good guy who has, under the guise of Go Home Productions.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well, GHP. I know Go Home Productions. Of course I do.
And have you heard their Imagine the Band?
Imagine the Band?
Which is Imagine mixed with Band on the Run.
Do you know what? I don't think I have. So here we go. Okay, Go Home Productions are great. They do some great stuff.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Brilliant. Really clever.
Okay, here we go. Oh, let's see. Why is it not playing? Here we go. Here it comes. Here it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome. Here we go. Imagine the Band.
Exciting.
This is exciting.
Exploded with a mighty crash as we fell into the sun. And the first one said to the second one there, I hope you're having fun. Band on the run. Band on the run. Well, the undertaker drew a heavy sigh, seeing no one else.
Doesn't quite work there. It's that bit. It's the third line. It just kind of jars a little bit, but it's good. It's good. Go Home Productions have done better ones than that, and I can't think of any of them off the top of my head. I used to collect mashups, but it's good. It's good, but it's not their greatest.
The good one was the Supremes mixed with Grandstand. That's a good one.
Oh, all right. Just as you're about to, hang on. Supremes.
Grandstand Supreme. That's a work of beauty.
Okay, here we go.
Well, now on BBC One at 12:30, we begin an afternoon of sport as Desmond Lynam introduces Grandstand.
Yes, sir.
This is a good one. This is great.
Hello, in today's programme, we've got horses doing just about everything they're capable of doing.
That is great. We'll have that one, Nelly. You ended in triumph. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain and Kath on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing on cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well kick it. First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air living like? This might be alright. This might be alright. But wait, I hear the prissy bourgeois and all that. Is this the type of place that they send this cool cat? I don't think so. I see when I get there. I hope they're prepared for the Prince of Bel Air. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. And I don't know if I'm ever coming home. The plane landed, and when I came out, there was a dude look like a cop standing there with my name out. I ain't trying to get arrested yet. I just got here. I sprang with the quickness like lightning disappeared. I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said freshening and Dyson in there. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, man, forget it. Go home to Bel Air. Take the last train to Clarksville, and I'll meet you at the station. You can be here by 4:30, cause I've made your reservation. I told him up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabbie, "Yo, home, smell you later." Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air. To sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
That one's, I give that a 6 out of 10. They're tough to do, man. I got loads of them somewhere. That's a 6.
Sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
I tell you what, I've got a great. Now I'm going down a. What's this? Hang on a second. Oh no, can't play that one. This one. No, what's this? Oh no, a lot of them I've lost. I had a great one that was Girls Aloud and the Monkeys. What's this? It? Hang on a minute. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Why is it doing that?
Oh, was it Love Machine? And
yeah, hang on a minute, girl. Well, I've got another one here. What's this? Hang on, bear with me. Oh, this is Girls Aloud versus Tony Basil versus Ultravox. Bear with me. This is all right. etc., etc., etc. 0344 499 1000. The switchboard is empty, so now will be a great time to give us a call. Catherine, what were you doing?
Clearing up.
What were you doing on your computer? You tidying up your computer?
I was clearing up, yeah.
Okay, well, let's now...
So I can see what's what.
Okay, well, now let's have a little look at what you've got for us.
All right. Here we go. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
All right, here we go. Oh, no, not that one. Baby Jesus statue cries tears of blood and locals think it's a message from God.
I like it. I like these crying statues.
I know,
you
even in
a lot of them in the 70s.
2019, though, in the days of, phones and videos and the internet, people are still going for this.
Yeah, still going for this rubbish.
This is the fourth time the same statue in Acapulco, Mexico, has apparently cried blood this year.
Not just rusty water.
And church leaders are working to verify the claims.
Okay, verify the claims.
I know.
A lot of these places, these sites of these weeping Christs and weeping Marys, they become like religious relics, don't they? And the people that discover them become saints or something. They get something.
Yeah,
sainthoods.
Yeah, and become pilgrimage sites and stuff. Yeah. A statue which locals say is of the baby Jesus. Well,
is it or isn't it?
Well, it won't be just locals, will it? Has appeared to start crying blood, and they believe it's a sign from God. Residents of the rural Mexican village Kilómetro 42 in Acapulco say the bizarre incident...
Just say that place name again for some of the gentlemen listening.
Kilómetro 42 in Acapulco.
That means the kilometre of the king.
42 kilometres.
Yep,
what it means.
Of the king.
Or the 42nd kilometre.
Of the king.
Say the bizarre incident is in response to the area's rising crime. Oh, they're drawing conclusions here, aren't they? A lot.
Okay.
One.
So what they're saying, it's crying blood because it's upset about the crime.
Yeah. It's claimed this is the fourth occasion that the Jesus statue has cried tears of blood in 2019. It's always at it.
Okay, well, let me see the video footage of it.
There is video footage. According to local media, the first time the ceramic statue, which is kept in a private residence, cried blood was on New Year's Day.
Right, private residence, you say. Okay.
I think a lot of people would have felt like they were crying blood on New Year's Day. Residents believe the statue is expressing unhappiness at the soaring crime levels in the borough, which has an average of 111 murders for every 100,000 inhabitants, according to the Citizens' Council for Public Security and Criminal Justice. Local resident Soledad Natividad Flores told reporters...
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad to everybody listening.
A lot of people say this is being done by the devil, while others believe this is a message from God. The truth is, we are convinced that it cried even while people were holding it. Residents also claim they didn't want to carry the statue to a church for verification because they were scared of removing it. An unnamed priest in Tambuco said that residents of the Catholic Church will investigate the claims to make sure that no one is taking advantage of devotees. He also admitted there could be a rational explanation because not everything is a spiritual phenomenon. Hang on.
It'll be rusty water coming out of the roof.
It's in someone's house.
Yeah.
I mean...
Or it's like one of those ketchup dispensers.
Yeah. You can press its head down and it all comes
Ketchup
out.
dispenser in the shape of Christ would be awesome, by the way, guys.
It appears to be wearing a football shirt there, so...
Let me look at it.
Oh, no, it's got a bib on.
Doesn't look like the baby Jesus. He's doing the peace sign.
It was a baby Jesus. It's one of those ones from the nativity scene.
Oh, that's horrible.
But they've dressed it up.
It looks like Gene Simmons from Kiss after a concert.
They've dressed it up and put a hat on it that says bear.
No.
Yeah.
That is...
Look.
No. It does say bear.
I don't think they're treating that with the reverence it deserves.
Yes. Good evening, Jeff.
How you doing, guys?
I'm very well, Jeff. What you got for us?
Can I say this is the funniest thing I've ever listened to on radio? It's like listening to a spliff party, a student gaff, and it's great.
Well, funnily enough, Catherine and I are busy rolling spliffs, not for our own use, we don't, but we sell them to children after the show.
Happy days, I'll be at the door.
There we go.
I was telling your colleague there on the phone, we were listening to what you were calling mashups there. Many years ago, I had a bit of a part-time thing I used to do when I was in the armed forces, and I worked for a company on the side called DMC, you may recall, Disco Mix Club.
Oh, yeah.
What Tony Prince set up years ago after he left Radio Caroline and so on. And we had some of the greatest minds in the history of studio mixing that worked there. Les Adams, the great Paul DeCane, all these sort of people. And some of the stuff they came out with. If you have a cruise through YouTube or wherever you pick your bits off and look for the DNC bits, the Disco Mix Club, some of like the Yazoo mix is just world class. I mean, these are things that won award after award after award. The Michael Jackson mega mix is just mind blowing. And this is real genius stuff. This is going back to guys that were mixing live in clubs, using reel-to-reels and reboxes and reverb.
Old school.
All the great stuff from back in the late 80s, early 90s, when DJs were DJs. It seems nowadays that DJs are made famous for playing other people's music.
No, come on, you were doing so well. Now you're sounding like an old man. It's just different. It's just different.
It is. Hey, I love it as well. It's great.
Hang on. Is this it? Hang on.
4, 3, 2.
Is this it? Here we go.
Thunderbirds are go.
Let's get the show on the road.
What's your opinion, Brian? What's your opinion?
I remember all this
I
stuff.
do too.
This is like being at a split party.
What's your opinion, Brian?
I'm afraid music in the modern idiom is too repetitive for my taste. But I must admit the rhythm has a certain hypnotic effect.
Oh, I do remember this.
You can be sure somewhere, somehow, an attack is being planned.
Yes, man.
I dress for every situation.
How good is that?
That is wicked. I love all that stuff.
Do you know what that reminds me of? The roller disco.
Yes.
I remember Paul DeCane doing that live in Romeo and Juliet's in Hull. The very first time he ever did it, and he did it live with
What, dropping all those little bits of audio and stuff in?
Yeah, all little samples on a Korg keyboard. He was a genius.
Wow.
And he still works now. He does all the U2 remixes and all. He's still a genius now.
Hey.
His house is immense, just wall-to-wall gold discs. It's amazing.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
if you like the old school, there was a 12 when they used to do 12-inch singles. Shalimar released a track called "A Night to Remember," and the B-side was a Shalimar megamix, and it cleared the decks. It won every single award you can imagine for megamix.
Hey, what happened to did Jive Bunny die? What happened to Jive Bunny? Remember Jive Bunny?
I'll tell you something. I do. And do you know who Jive Bunny was? It was the same guy that did the tune. Do you remember Mars, Pump Up the Volume?
Yes.
No, that wasn't Jive Bunny.
It was exactly the same team.
Shut the front door. That guy's a genius. That Bunny's a genius then. Didn't he go... Did I read somewhere he went bust?
Oh, no. One of many companies.
Oh, there you go. Clever.
Yeah, but those were the days. All the DMC stuff is great. And another great one, many people probably won't remember, was, do you remember Seek Sputnik?
Yeah, of course.
Look for that. That is probably the greatest megamix I've ever heard in my life. That was pure genius.
All right.
A bit out of date now, but it was still good fun back then. And it's funny. I was in 2 or 3 years ago in Orlando in Disney World, and on Thunder Mountain they were playing the megamix. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Sputnik in Orlando.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazing.
So what are you doing? What are you doing now then, Jeff? Are you still in it?
Well, no. I gave up DJing a little while ago. My military career took over, unfortunately. I had to give it up, but I'm actually now campaigning. Believe it, I won't get into the politics of it, but I'm campaigning at the moment for Soldier S.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
That's what I'm literally just on my way back north, having spent the last 3 days in London, because we've created, would you believe, just short of £1 million in donations to make a movie telling the real story of Bloody Sunday.
Okay.
It's just there's a lot of false stories out there. There was
a lot of people murdered that need to be murdered.
There's always two sides to every coin, my friend, and there's only ever been one side of this herd. If you remember, going back a short while ago, there was an awful lot of people put in front of the jury, and they were acquitted because there was
no one's arguing that there were unarmed people were shot on Bloody Sunday.
But there is still footage. That shows weapons being picked off the side of the floor of people.
Well, let's not get into this because we're going to fall out over this because I disagree strongly.
Because that's the fun stuff.
Yeah, back to the music. Jeff, thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional.
Hello.
The unpredictable.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And the completely unorthodox.
It was my birthday.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
I was just trying to generate a bit of content.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Hate alarm clock. Hate going to work.
On Talk Radio.
Oh, I'm very tired all of a sudden. These headaches. Stress. A lot of it is stress. Excuse me, dear listener. I'm a little yawn and a stretch. A lot of it is stress. I had a headache today. It's partly stress and partly because I hadn't had any coffee because I'm a caffeine addict, man. And so I had some pills and I had some coffee and that kind of sorted me out. But I'm tired. And having a headache exhausts me. I find it really exhausting, particularly as I get older. But tomorrow I've got nothing. I've got nothing. Tomorrow I've got nothing. So I'm going to play some video games. I'm going to stream some video games. And if I can be bothered, although no pressure. If I can be bothered, I'm going to start clearing out the garage.
Oh.
The garage. Because I want to turn it into what I'm laughingly calling a television studio. What that means is it will have a green screen up and some lights. And I might get a Wi-Fi booster so I can stream stuff from there. I'm still not feeling particularly creative, but I'm starting to get a little bit of a... Since the car crash, I've not really wanted to kind of make stuff, which is probably before actually, but is kind of been my raison d'etre. I've been making stuff. But it's the doing these late night chit chat clubs at 2:30, doing little streams during the day, little video game streams on Twitch, stuff on Periscope is kind of making me think I want to do a little bit more stuff. It's kind of it's faking it to make it is what I'm thinking. Hey, I'm off. Not next week, the week after. I think. Yeah, I'm off. You doing the show?
Yeah.
You sure?
Mm.
You've gone tired as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
You just melted. I'm just talking to a shell of the glamorous. It's a glamorous shell, beautiful glamorous shell of the once bubbly Catherine Boyle, Cathedral Boyle. But yeah, I'm off, and someone's staying at my house for the week, burglars. So before you start thinking, great, tough luck. Someone's staying in the house, so kiss it. And I'm taking the boys to this thing where I did this filming for Good Morning Britain or Lorraine or this one, I don't even know what it was, for some competition. And it's these log cabins in the woods, right? And it's just like normal woods, but they've got like a little bit. And I was there and I was going, oh, it was amazing. It's a little bit pricey. And I kept dropping hints saying, wow, this is great. I'd love to bring my boys here. Oh, you should check out a brochure. Yeah, but I'd love... Anyway, they finally took the hint. Watco's partner works there. And I'll be honest, I got a very delicious little discount. Got a nice little package. And we've got a log cabin for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 nights. It's got its own hot tub.
Oh.
My youngest loves a hot tub. Whenever we go to the pool, can we go in the hot tub? Let's go for a swim first. And we go, so we've got our own hot tub. We're taking our bicycles, so we're going to ride through the woods. We've got one of the days we've got Go Ape, which I hate, and I'm not doing it, but the boys can do it. Another day we've got archery in the morning, and then we've got like survival skills in the afternoon, like how to start a fire.
You sure you want to weaponise those kids?
Yes, I do, man, because they love all of that stuff. And I don't know what we'll do for the other couple of days, but we'll go for a bike ride through the woods. We'll go for a little tramp through the woods. It's going to be wicked, man. I'm looking forward to it. 4 nights with those idiots.
It'd be great.
It's going to be great fun. So haters, I'm going to be off for a week, but lovers of Catherine, the once buoyant yet still glamorous shell of Catherine Boyle, will be excited to know that she will be doing the show. Have you got anything planned? You haven't thought you've forgotten about it?
Some stuff and some other stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Allow it, rude boy. That's what's going to happen.
Sorry?
I
don't know what that means. Wow, everyone's very tired.
Yeah.
What can we do? We can just sit back for a minute and relax, can't we?
Yeah. I've got a funny story about a fortune teller getting busted.
You don't sound convinced by it.
No, I am. That's just the way my voice is.
Okay, let's just relax for a bit. Let's just relax for a little bit. There's no pressure.
There's a bit of pressure.
There's no pressure.
There's a tiny bit of pressure.
There's no pressure. Just relax for a little bit. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. No one's listening. Relax.
Oh, don't do that noise.
No. Why not?
Just find it off-putting.
Oh no, it's not. It's just a relaxing noise.
Well, the first relaxing noise is always that, and the second one is. Honestly, his guts are rotten at the moment. It's awful.
Oh, something's happened. I think something's crawled up there and died.
Yeah, a while ago.
0344 499 1000. Go on then. Do your fortune teller.
A singleton who was desperate for love paid hundreds to a fortune teller to unblock her luck, but was unable to find someone to share her life with. The lonely woman named in court.
Say this again. I wasn't listening. Start again. Sorry, that was rude.
A singleton.
Singleton.
A Valerie.
Singleton. Okay, yes.
Who was desperate to find love paid hundreds to a fortune teller to unblock her luck.
Unblock her
luck.
Okay.
Not lock, look.
Lock.
Look.
Lock.
Look.
Lock.
Look.
Lock.
Look, do you want me to read this or not?
Yes, I do.
Look. But was unable to find someone to share her life with. The lonely woman, named in court only as S.B.
Sad
B. Give me some of that skin.
Do a proper high five. We both missed. There we go.
Forked out almost £1,000 to a fortune teller in a desperate bid to find a suitable husband.
Wow.
The unscrupulous clairvoyant who was named as H.R.
Okay.
H.R. Horrible. No. In order to help protect the plaintiff's identity, told the woman she would draw up an astrological chart in order to help her find love. But first she told her client that her path to good fortune was blocked and demanded 2,000 Turkish lira, which is £276, in order to free it up. The desperate woman paid the money to the fortune teller, who was based in the Besiktas district of Istanbul, but couldn't find the right man. The woman then returned to the mystic, who claimed her luck was still cursed and demanded a further 4,000 lira.
Hang on, here we go.
Went to the fortune teller.
That was good. It was excellent. That's the sort of music they play on the other shows, isn't it, when they're doing a story?
Went to the fortune teller.
Anyway, blah, blah, blah. The fortune teller ended up in the Istanbul
Went to the fortune teller.
Third Criminal Court, accused of defrauding the woman, found guilty of aggravated fraud and jailed for 3 years.
Bet she didn't see that coming. What is her job again?
She was a fortune teller.
Went to the fortune teller.
Have you ever been to one of those beach ones?
Beach what?
The seaside fortune tellers.
Went to the fortune teller.
No, of course not. I would like to. When I was in New York last time, you see these.
We saw a shop, didn't we, when we were in New York?
Yeah, there's loads
with
of
a
them.
really kind of elaborate frontispiece.
There's
and it
loads
said
of
there
them.
was a fortune teller in there.
Getting the hang of this game now. This presenting lark. Basically, it's to annoy as many people as you can. Yeah, well, there's loads of them around.
Mm.
There's a few in London. That old school kind of.
Went to the fortune teller.
You can't play. That's the Who. You can't play the Who anymore.
What?
Have you seen that clip of Roger Daltrey?
Oh,
banging
no.
on about Brexit. He was set up. Have you seen the clip, dear listener, of Roger Daltrey talking about Brexit? He gets furious because he kind of gets. He's there to talk about.
Don't be stifing and jeffing.
Yeah. But because he was there to talk about the rock. Here we go. Let's play it.
Brexit looks like it's getting further and
This is on
further
Sky.
away.
Is it going to be bad for British rock music?
No, we don't do the rock business. What's to do with rock business?
Is there a tour in Europe?
Oh dear, as if we didn't tour in Europe before the f***ing EU. Oh, give it up.
On that note.
Give it up.
Thank
you very much, Betty. That's great. We're going to have to. If you want to sign up to be ruled by a f***ing mafia. You do it.
Wow.
Like being governed by FIFA.
Provided a couple of England shirts for you.
Oh my God, so Roger Daltrey's cancelled, I believe, is the technical term, if Limmy is to be believed. He's been cancelled.
I mean, are we surprised? Old rich man.
He's an old... I was driving in, I was thinking, old, rich... Well, an old guy who grew up in West London. He's probably a Tommy Robinson supporter.
Oh, God, don't say that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't say that.
He's primo Robinson material.
Oh, no.
Isn't it?
Come on.
It's funny. I do think it's funny. Good evening, James.
Hello, Ian. How are you, mate?
I'm all right, fella. What you got for us?
Well, we've had a fantastic evening. I've got with me a guy called Shiloh from the band Fathom. From Baltimore in America, and he's just played in the Six Barrels in Nottingham and blew the place to bits.
Wow. Well, that may be acceptable in America, but in England we like to keep our places. You know. Oh, I see. You meant he entertained everyone majestically.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely. He did Tiny Dancer, and what a wicked thing!
Oh.
Wicked game, yeah.
Wicked guy. Oh, Chris Isaacs.
Yeah, I've got him in the car with me now.
Okay, well, we'll drive him safely.
Oh yes, of course. We always do that.
Okay. Well,
so just oh, by the way, did you get to meet Nick Jones?
Yeah, I went to Nick Jones's house. We played it out. It's out as a podcast.
Really?
Find it. It's out as a podcast. I went to Nick Jones. He taught me how to play the Japanese game of Go, and his daughter cooked me lasagna, and his wife kept me thoroughly entertained. Oh, it was great.
Fantastic. When was this?
This was...
a month ago.
Maybe 3 weeks ago. It was just before the accident. It's 3 weeks ago, yeah. But the podcast is up and is out, and it's great. It's really, really lovely. He's such a charming, forgetful, gentleman. It's a real delight. And I was in their house for 4 or 5 hours. I was made to feel very, very welcome. It was lovely.
Oh, fantastic! I'm so glad.
Yeah, he was a top guy. He was a top guy.
Did he play the guitar for you?
No, he can't play anymore.
Oh, he can't play anymore.
No.
Did his son play?
No, his son wasn't there, and apparently his son's not that interested in doing it. His son's a brilliant guitarist, and he just doesn't want to do it anymore. He's like he kind of does stuff, gets really good at it, and then goes off in a different direction.
Oh, what a shame, eh?
Yeah,
What a lovely man, eh? He was great when I saw him live, of course, years and years ago.
James, go and download the podcast. You find it on iTunes or on Acast or wherever. You just get Ian Lee, Nick Jones. It'll pop up. It was really, really special. Actually, it's one of the things I'm most proud of.
I'll promise you I'll do it, and I promise you I'll play the opening bars to that song.
Beautiful, nice one. Thank you very much, James. All right,
I'll do that for you.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Neon lit night talk for torch singers, trolley dollies, and train wrecks like me. You never know just where the conversation will take you.
What I'm going to say sounds ridiculous.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Now, what? Right. First of all, now we mentioned this briefly yesterday, and this doesn't affect me or Catherine in any way whatsoever, but it might affect some of you. So I just think we ought to do this. Got the wrong newspaper. Excuse me. I apologise. This is a big story. It doesn't affect us, Catherine, so we're fine. Netflix could soon start clamping down on users who share their accounts.
What a terrible thing to do.
Don't do it. The streaming service, which has released a Madeleine McCann documentary, could use new technology to stop TV junkies from using the same login. New technology, but you're allowed, particularly on my package, you're allowed 4 logins from 4 different devices. I tried to make it 2, but it kept crashing. Many Brits borrow account details from friends or family to dodge paying for award-winning exclusive shows such as The Crown and the film Roma and the other 99% of their stuff that's crap. But tech firm Cinna Media could bring all that to an end with a new artificial intelligence system.
AI.
Is that right? Which can spot where shared passwords are being used. What? The service is able... What? So what? So I travel around a lot. I travel from my house to my ex's house to my mother-in-law's house.
Sometimes
to your house.
Watches the Netflix in my house.
You got to be careful, because I did say a while ago I worked, because you know they show different stuff on different Netflix right around the world, and there was a way of kind of bypassing that, and so I was watching stuff from all over the world from different Netflix. Right, I don't think it's illegal. It's probably against their terms and conditions, but it's not.
It's
illegal.
a loophole.
Yeah, and I made the mistake of tweeting, I can watch anything I want from any Netflix in the world. That afternoon I got blocked. That afternoon. I got blocked from doing that.
Those guys is serious.
Yes, ma'am. It's exciting. It's like going on a foreign Netflix is like going into like a foreign supermarket. It looks familiar, but it's so different.
I was going to say it's like sneaking into someone else's school.
Yeah, it looks familiar, but it's so different. You don't quite know where everything is, and we don't have this at home. It's great. The service is able to decide how to deal with the offender by either making them upgrade to a premium service or shutting down the account.
Making them.
It sounds... it doesn't really go... Cinemedia first revealed the technology in Janvier, at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, baby! Chief Product Officer Jean-Marc Racine said casual credentials sharing is becoming too expensive to ignore. Our new solution, it doesn't say what it is, which makes me think they haven't got one. It's like the licensed detector vans that were apparently empty inside. They had nothing going on in there. Our new solution gives operators the ability to take action. Many casual users will be happy to pay an additional fee for a premium shared service. It's a great way to keep honest people honest while benefiting from an incremental revenue stream. Cinemedia is trialling the system and will soon offer it to streaming services. They haven't got anything. It's bullshine. They have not got anything at all. 0344 499 1000. Now, what's this mum porn thing?
I don't know.
You mentioned it to me the other day. It's a TV show that was on tonight. If you saw this tonight at 10...
Oh, no, didn't we see... Was it... no, it wasn't Gogglebox that were talking about it. Someone was talking about it.
Well, it's a thing in the Sun. If you saw it, the programme at 10, first of all, we start at 10. Second of all, could you give us a call and 0344 and let us know? This is the thing. Sitting at the kitchen table, they look like any other group of mums... they look like any other group of mums catching up over a cup of tea. Yet these women, who are meeting for the first time, are on a mission to make an ethical porn film and will soon be arguing over how many couples to feature in it. Emma, Anita, Sarah Louise and Jane have been brought together for Channel 4 documentary Mums Make Porn to write, cast and direct... Oh, so they're not in it. An adult film they would be happy for their teenage kids to watch.
Oh no!
In place of the more disturbing hardcore content freely available on to any child with a smartphone. As part of their mission, they are shocked by the popularity of rape fantasies. There's a lot of rape video. The thing that surprised me is the stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Stepdaughter
What was
stuff.
it that John Ronson called it? Incest, smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, stepdaughter. Often stepbrother,
stepmum,
but often the stepdaughter and brother will have. It's weird.
Yeah,
and that, there's a lot of that. That seems to be the flavour of the season. But they begin their research huddled around a laptop in Emma's West London home. The violent footage makes distressing viewing for a devout Christian, Jane, who has a 19-year-old daughter and leaves her questioning whether she can continue in the show. She struggles to watch one female performer engage in a sex act with multiple men, while Mum of Four, Sarah Louise, is outraged by a clip of a man's treatment of a woman during one sex scene. It is... we're going into too much detail of this. It does... we've talked about this before. This is the big worry. For maybe slightly different reasons, but for our kids, you know, and I know you've kind of had an experience with it with your eldest, but I do. My eldest is 9. So if I'm lucky, I've got a couple more years where, it's not necessarily, but that's not far. And I'm sort of in my head, I'm just sort of putting it off. But at some point, man,
do his friends have phones yet?
No, I don't think so.
That's the
I'm
thing.
slightly out of the friend loop, but I don't I don't think so.
Because that's the thing.
But
It just
we're getting
takes one
close to
kid
it.
with a phone, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You can be as protective and vigilant around your kid, but it takes one other kid to go, well, this is...
Yeah.
I got this. Look what I found, you
Yeah.
know. And I told you, didn't I? My nephew, who lived in New Zealand for a couple of years, he was getting bullied at school the other day because of the Christchurch.
No, you didn't tell me
Did
that.
I not tell you that?
What?
Yeah.
What?
And my sister said, can you believe it? And I said, and my first reaction was, oh, that's outrageous. And my second reaction was, yeah, actually, I can believe it, because I was a 13-year-old boy, and 13-year-old boys are cruel, are cruel. And, they see... I could understand...
They can smell blood.
Yeah, they could. Well, I certainly don't condone it. And I just felt so sorry for him. They were teasing him about it and stuff. I could understand. I know how a 13-year-old boy's minds can work at their worst. You know, I'll be honest. I wasn't a great 13-year-old boy. I did some pretty bad things, and was pretty mean to people. So I can see how it works. But that's horrible, isn't it? That's shitty.
Yeah.
That's shitty.
Yeah.
Nigel, stay there. We'll come to you in a second. Last 20 minutes of the show. A nice gentle vibe tonight. I don't mind that on a Tuesday instead of Thursday. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
Moonlit musings from mums, madams, and meat packers.
Oh, never mind, I must have misheard.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
Last 15 minutes of the show, thereabouts. If you want to give us a call, you know the number. Let's go to Nigel. Good evening, Nigel.
Oh, good evening, Iain. All right.
How are you doing? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. What's going on?
Oh, I'm feeling quite bad earlier. You know, that I'm starting to feel lonely now, without Mum. She's been here so long. I'm starting to feel her missing,
Yeah, I get that, of course.
And I've not felt... because I've kept busy. If I sit quietly and try and just relax, it feels worse. So I'd find something to do, like washing up and cleaning or something, Keep occupied.
Have you tried talking to her?
I do. I mean, I did my prayers. That made me get up and do something positive after I did my prayers.
Yeah. Because my dad passed a few years ago, but I still talk to my dad. I find it very comforting.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do talk to her. Yeah,
good.
In my mind as well.
Yeah.
In my prayers. Well, in my prayers, basically.
Yeah, cool. If that works for you, then that's great.
I just say to her, please help me to carry on.
Oh, mate. No.
Yeah, because I'm finding it hard to carry on, honestly.
I know you are. It must be a real struggle.
It's more difficult for me than anyone else.
Yeah, we get that.
I'm sure, because I haven't got family around me, like a lot of people.
Well, we are... Catherine is still talking to a few people that might be able to help at some point. Okay, these things unfortunately take a little bit of time.
It's sort of it's only beginning to hit me now, really. Basically, because it's so quiet without her here. But I know I shouldn't be stuck to my mum's apron strings. But
Nigel,
it's just such a shock, isn't it? Really, basically,
yeah.
You can't believe it. And I see visions of what she looked like, when she was sitting next to what she had. And when she was walking through the door with a cup of tea saying, I'll come back and shut the door in a minute. And little things that remind you of her,
Yeah, of course. That's only natural.
I rang up to tell you that I went back to Helen Grant's place today in Maidstone.
Yeah. That's the MP.
I try to go to Maidstone every day, which gets me out to meet people. And I met her secretary that's there all the time.
Yeah.
I forget what her name is now, but she gave me £5 to get some food today, something out today. That was good of her.
That is above and beyond. That is very
She
kind.
gave me £5 because she was, she felt sorry for me. So that was good of her.
Good for her. Good for her.
I've got a new friend there.
Yeah,
she's about 40.
Okay.
So we're just friends now. But she already knew about me. She said, "Oh, you know."
Oh, Nigel, you're breaking up.
Yes, is that better?
Yep.
Yeah. So after that, I went to the solicitor to see about the letter from the hospital that said they made a blunder about her bed sore. I told you before, did I?
You did mention that, yeah.
Yeah, I've got this letter. The hospital said take it to a solicitor, so I've got one now that I had a bit of an interview with his secretary.
Yeah, solicitors are really can be really expensive.
I know, but they just say it could be one way or the other. They'll let you know whether, they tell you one way or the other whether it's going to be worth it or not.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No win, no fee.
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it says in the letter that she was mistreated in hospital. I can't believe it, to be honest, on top of her dying. Mistreated with this painful bed ulcer, and she was in agony, in pain. So they kept piling in the painkillers, and I believe the painkillers probably killed her in the end.
Well, possibly. I mean, she was very ill and very old.
Yes, but she was okay until the fall didn't kill her, because she only cut her head open and broken her wrist. That's all.
Yeah, but listen, I don't want to say that the hospital may have mistreated her and they may have mistreated the bed sore, but something as simple as falling over and breaking a bone can be enough if someone's old and frail.
To stop the kidneys working.
I don't know. I don't know.
The main thing was the kidneys not working.
Okay. Well, I don't know about that, Nigel. So
well, that's what the doctor said,
but then a bed sore isn't going to make kidneys stop working, is it?
No, and she had blood poisoning as well.
Who knows? Here's the thing. Who knows what was wrong with her before she went in?
Well, she wasn't perfect before she went in.
You might not know that the kidneys are not working for a while.
Yeah. I just don't want to talk about it, really.
Okay, well, you don't have to talk about it.
The point is that I want to get it sorted,
Okay. Well,
so,
be prepared.
They said I may be entitled to some compensation for the blunder in the hospital.
Okay.
Which would be handy for me, wouldn't it, with all the money troubles?
It would be very handy. It would be just be aware that these no-win, no-fee solicitors take a big chunk of any money that is awarded as compo. They take a big old chunk of it.
So that's sorted. That's one thing I kept putting off, but I did. So that's one thing sorted. Yeah. And I've put my electric bills on hold at the moment until they've read the meter.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So I said to the person that I'm going to get someone to read the meter, and can you put it on hold for a couple of weeks? That gives me a chance to save some of the money.
There you go. That sounds like a plan.
It was a good idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So now I've got to put some money in the bank for the phone, my phone that I'm using, so that I can keep my phone working all the time.
Yeah.
My phone is very important to have a phone.
Maybe there's a way of getting a cheaper phone deal. I don't know what kind of package you're on.
There isn't really, because they're going to do a cheaper thing for me. That's why they want the money in the bank, so they can do. You have to have money in the bank before they'll do it cheaper. A month,
Right.
It's going to anyway. I've sorted that as well. Anyway, the phone people around. So I've been quite busy, really.
Yeah, good.
And I got up earlier today as well. I wasn't in bed.
Yeah.
So long. I couldn't sleep anyway.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry.
There's so much going on.
You're doing so well, Nigel.
I just wish she was back.
You're doing so well.
Yes, she would be proud of me.
She would be very proud of you. She is very proud of you. I'm sure of it.
Yes. I don't want to get too upset, but anyway.
When do you reckon we might get a song off you again?
Did you want one tonight?
Maybe not tonight. If you're not feeling up to it
I could
tonight.
do one now if you wanted to.
Would you want to do a song tonight?
I could do. I was hoping to do one.
Well, in that case, Nigel, let's have a song tonight. Let's do a cappello.
Something I've done before.
Go on in.
Yeah, but Nigel's time be all right. The Nigel's time.
Nigel's time would be perfect.
Thanks, sir. Okay, it would really cheer me up to do it. Actually,
then you go ahead and you sing Nigel's time.
Yeah. This could be for Mum, couldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And all my fans. They asked me on Facebook earlier, are you going to ring up and talk to Iain Lee? That's how. Oh, someone put £10 through the door the other day. One of my friends on Facebook in Maidstone. That's how much they think of me.
There you go. Well, that's something. I wish someone would put £10 through my door. If anyone wants to put £10 through my door, I will happily take it. Good for them. Well, that's kind.
So that I couldn't believe it. When I looked on the Facebook page, there was a message saying I put £10 in your door. He didn't put a note saying who it was.
No. But you put a note with a picture of the Queen on, and that's more important.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
Pardon?
I'm making a joke about the notes. Go on, let's have. What are you going to sing? Sing Nigel
mean.
time.
Yeah. Okay. Is it clear now when I'm talking in this position?
Beautiful.
Is it clear now?
It was the first time. It wasn't the second time you asked.
1, 2. Is that all right? Okay. 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2. Check.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah. Tuning in, calling up, talking to the nation, sing a song, melody for your adoration, late night phone-ins, I'm keeping you awake. It's our time to shine, up all night, it's entertainment time. It's our time to sing another line. Oh, it's Nigel's time. Clouds are gone, sun is up on your horizon. Safe at home, back on the phone to my radio station. Late night phone-ins, I'm keeping you awake. It's our time to shine. Up all night, it's entertainment time. It's our time to sing another line. Whoa, it's Nigel's time to make a point of view. Time to play and rock this view. My life's exciting. I'm inviting you to listen for another day. It's our time to shine. Up all night, it's entertainment time. It's our time to sing another line. Whoa, it's Nigel's time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Nigel.
Got the middle bit.
No, that's fine. We'll do a take 2 later on. Hey, listen, man, thanks a lot. We'll speak later in the week.
Thank you, Ian.
Cheers, Nigel. Thank you, mate. Bye-bye. Well, that song felt more poignant than it's ever felt before, didn't it? Bloody hell. Here's my worry, right? He's just on the right side of mental health or whatever to not be picked up. He's just on the right side of being able to be independent and not be picked up.
Yeah, I know.
He's not.
But that's what I've said to the people I've been having conversations with, that I think he's too easily dismissed at this point. But I'm hoping...
Oh, God, I can see this having a terrible...
Well, let's hope not. I'm hoping he's going to get back up in time.
Paul Ross. Hey, Paul. Good evening.
Good evening, Paul.
Lovely to hear from Nigel again.
Yeah, nice.
One of those things is difficult for him, I know, for everybody, but my mum would have been 80 this Sunday.
Oh, man.
And, of course, we buried her, 3-4 weeks ago now. Seems a lot longer. So, Nigel, you're not alone in all that.
Yeah.
And you've got friends and people who love you and care about you. And, like Iain, I'd love a tenner put through my letterbox. Nigel, you lucky man. A great song as well, Nigel.
If you don't mind me asking, are you doing anything? Because the first of, when a parent dies, and my dad died, the first birthday, the first Christmas, it's always...
We are going to actually, because we're going to meet up in the home we all grew up in, over in Leytonstone, and it's right on the edge of something called Wanstead Flat. It's a big, huge recreation ground, goes into Epping Forest, and we're going to all get together there, those who can turn up. Some have got other things out the country, but most of us will be there, and we thought we'd do a kind of... bit of a scattering the ashes. We signed off. You have to let the local council
you
people
do,
know.
don't you? That's funny, that.
But so we'll do a bit of that. I think, and go for a big Sunday lunch, like we would have had it been because her birthday was always around Mothering Sunday, and she would always joke that I always get 2 presents in one. I never get the Mother's Day, so we're going to we'll take some presents on this. So it should be a lovely old day. And Nigel, we love you, matey.
I always think it's funny that you've got to ask for permission because to scatter ashes. There must have been so many people that done hooky.
Oh, I know someone who did it in a chip shop. Yeah.
What, scattered ashes in a chippy?
Yeah, and various other places.
What?
Yeah, Grandma.
This must be a northern thing.
No.
I'm not knocking it, but it's lovely.
I know that my... Kelly Betts. Yeah. I know that my... where my dad's ashes are... What do they call it? Interred?
Interred, yeah.
In the ground. There's some other family members there, and they didn't get permission to put my nan there. So they didn't get permission to put my granddad there with my nan, or the other way around, my nan with my granddad. And so when the bloke from they put one set of ashes in, and then when the bloke from the council went, they dug it up and put my nan in there as well. So she's hidden in there. Anyway,
it's like that scene of The Great Escape, or is it The Wooden Horse, when the guy's going around getting the dirt out of his trouser legs? You want a bit of that,
exactly.
don't you? Save a few quid.
Well, we've got 50 seconds.
Okay.
What is on your show
We
tonight?
have got a few heroes and a heroine on the show tonight, but one man in particular I want to talk about. He was involved in a terrible motorbike accident. I know that's something you've had experience of recently. He was hospitalised for a while. When he came out, he turned his life around completely. Since then, he has rode across the Atlantic on his own, climbed Everest. He's also cycled around the world, and at the end of this month, he is taking off to fly around the world in a gyrocopter.
Ah, show off.
He can do it in short haul bursts. It's going to take him at least 6 months, and he is just one of those. Wow. I've already done the interview with him, so we're playing that out later in the programme.
Yeah.
And and I went on there thinking, but no, what he's going to do is, and he did it when he cycled around the world. He stops off at various schools in different countries and just speaks to the kids there.
Yeah. Oh,
and that's going to be his mission. So we're talking to him about it. We've also got another professional snowboarder who also is turning his life around, and on who's campaigned long and hard and very dangerously to try and improve the lives and save the lives of African elephants.
There
so
we go.
Bit of a celebration
It's
on the show.
all coming up at 1. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.